Hi. Hello and welcome to my stream today, where I am late. And I am also not playing what I would usually be playing on Monday. For the simple reason that tomorrow I have something else to do. Specifically, a different thing to stream. So today I'm gonna be playing some Girls Frontline 2, where I'm gonna go through the start of the story of Aphelion. So let me just copy more links and stuff and... bleh. Let me just post it everywhere. Hit. Hit. And then one more over here. Hello, Bakasola, how you doing? I am, in fact, a nerd. Would you believe it? Isn't that a magical thing? Also, I am going to say that I expect to not get many viewers at all today. I was just looking into Gospel Line 2 a moment ago, and apparently, a few very, very big streamers are playing it right now, so there's not going to be many random people coming by. I am pretty sure that they're going to focus on the bigger ones. So today is going to be a chill time with only me and you guys. Without many randoms. There we go. Swoop. Now then. Wait, that's actually the wrong one. This is the one we need for this. I also need to quickly go in here and calibrate. Because it wasn't really picking up my mouse movements again. Which sucks. Now then. Ah, yeah. Gotta pull on the floof. Resend these real quick. Now then. Let's just immediately... Actually, hang on. I do still have one thing to do. Do still need to do one thing. Because I'm stupid. And I didn't do it before. Do 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 do. Come on. Swoop. No, wrong button. Ah. Ah. Yippee. Because there's actually another out of game event, I guess, where you can get some stuff, and I should really just do that daily. So it would be nice if we could actually get some resources, wouldn't it? Now, what right. Aphelion. Yippee! A quick note. I am almost fucking certain that a version of this song was used in another GFL 1 event. And I think we've done a fairly decent job at finding it in my Girls for 9 channel in my Discord, but I'm not 100% certain. I really like the song though. Even in the place furthest from the sun, daylight does not fade so easily. A new comms request. Encrypt the channel. Call it Light the Dawn, Shining Edge in hand. Put it through. Commander. I am consumed by nightmares of the past. Len's transmission brings the latest tidings. Murmurs of terror, buried away by she who toys with the destinies of a wave by of a hand. The sandbox tells another tale. The animal proceeds at full speeds across the wilderness. Root dates are feeding intermittently. It's the afternoon, the time when the sun is strongest. For but moments, the daylight from outside strikes my eyes. It is a moment of stupor. A most familiar name comes to mind, one that has left my lips in quite some time. 416. Flukai. Flukai mächtig shelter from a collapsed storm and the remains of a building. Gravel endlessly pelts the ruins as it gets propelled by the raging storm. The frail windows emit an unsettling screech, ready to burst into a million tiny blades any second. Mechta leans against a broken wall, far away from the window, looking at the seething collapsed storm outside with fatigued eyes. What kind of a cursed place is this? Collapsed storms just rock up out of nowhere and without any notice. Sleepo beepo. Time for my spirit animal. Sure, it'd be nice for to be Andros Oberka right now, lounging about the temporary base instead of having to do some preliminary survey. If you were expecting weather forecasts this close to a red zone, then I'm afraid you'd be sorely disappointed. Yeah, whatever you say. A great gale rushes over the building, bringing with it a variety of swept-up debris and grabbing Macti's attention. Oh, what was that just flew by? It looked like a wooden crate if my eyes weren't deceiving me. My goodness, our motorbike could fit in here. All the equipment I painstakingly brought would have gone flying away. I kinda doubt that you didn't bring it. I regret allowing you to bring all the trash along. You just don't get it, Klukai. Compared to the equipment we found in the few settlements we investigated, what I've brought is worthy of being family heirlooms. She proudly glances at the backpack strapped to the motorbike. So much that even those kids back there would be envious. I'm guessing it's video games. You were tasked with investigating Paradise, and you went to mess around with children instead? Hey, don't give me that scary look. I didn't show my duties or anything. I just didn't get any answers. She brought games? She totally brought games. Not a single person there has seen any dolls resembling a Naito, much less heard anything about the whole Paradise deal. Are they really still active like Leah said? Do you think we'd be on this mission if someone could simply answer that question? Hey, I'm just asking. Come to think of it, weren't all the Paradise remnants cleaned up? Didn't they show up again? Don't they ever get tired? If they like that gig so much, why not just get him to come work at Fort Hall? Shooting at people is the same no matter who that you work for. I don't think that's the deal with them, Mekte. The storm shows no sign of letting up. Mehdi scratches her head in frustration and lies down. Klukai follows Mehdi's gaze, looking outside briefly before returning her attention to Mehdi. Get up. What happens to staying alert while on the job? Klukai approaches Mehdi and tugs at her jacket. The latter refuses to get up and only changes the position lazily. Ah, come on. Can't one lie down a bit when there's an opportunity? There's still plenty to be busy over later on, isn't there? Anything related to Paradise is never easy. We'll just get unlucky. Super unlucky. Don't know what Leela was thinking when she accepted these arduous, ungrateful assignments. It'd be more profitable for us to all lie around the base and do nothing. I doubt it. Klukai lets go of Mehdi and looks at her helplessly. What she was thinking doesning matter. A job is a job. Not like I'm slacking off or anything. I don't see the storm stopping anytime soon. We can't exactly do anything other than hide from it here. I think you're way too anxious about all of this anyway. We haven't even run into a single bounty hunter of Vallega this whole time, much less Paradise. If it weren't for the elites, this place would already be safe and secure, huh? That's exactly what's suspicious. We should use this time to plan for our future operations. I have a feeling we'll be running into some difficult circumstances with this operation. Klukai solemnly looks towards the all-consuming storm outside. The frequent collapse storms, the radiation levels noticeably above average. The environment here is significantly worse than what Leva's intel would suggest. And so... chill out, Klukai. Cutscene. Hey, wake up. Yeah, be quiet. I said get up! This is a short nap. There's nothing else to do right now. Violent brute, let go! Told you to let go, not throw me. What is this? Dynagate? Hey, look at this guy here. I can see just fine. You really should worry about your own situation. A Dynagate army! What's happening here? Stop wasting breath. Prepare for battle. A Dynagate invasion. Watch out. Wow, where'd so many of them suddenly come from? Stop shouting and clear the enemies at the 10 o'clock direction. Now, here is the thing, right? This is significantly less Dynagates. Yup. It turns out Klukai is, like, exceedingly overpowered. How overpowered, you may ask? Well, about that. Took out every station 1 or 2 turns out of push, yeah. She is insanely OP. Because of the way that their AoEs work and the fact that these enemies are completely under-leveled. Using her here is genuinely just easy mode. Because when you hit an enemy with the AoE, afterwards they will explode, causing another AoE that then works like a contagion AoE. Which just kind of goes nuts. Dang, you can't dash through that wall. Hang on, lava. Blow up the wall. Bang. Kill. I can kill one more with her. Nyom. Also, how are you doing, Minati? I haven't seen you in a bit. TC does not like having the game and my model up at the same time, I think. Actually, confirm whether any enemies remain. I know. I'd do it even if you didn't tell me. Information's where she minds being on a bike. That's so goofy. Everyone in the Discord I'm in is talking about V6 Look. I'm just not a whale. I want V6 Klukai, but I just don't have the gems for it. Mine is V2 right now. The thing is, I am very well aware that if I went to V6 Klukai, I would regret it, because the next one coming is most likely Mechte. And I also want Mechte. Yeah, I don't really have many Discords where GFL is being talked about. There we go. Klukai and Mechte defeat the incoming enemies and split up to serve with their surroundings. On the blonde doll of this group, forgot the name of it already. Blonde? Do you mean Belka? Or G28? Or HK417? Which is all the same gun and person? I think she was blonde. Andoris? Ah! The other one. Oh no, wait. Belka was green-haired. Right? Well, to be fair, with blonde hair, depending on your definition of blonde, you could have also meant Vector. Hey, Gottestein, how you doing? Have good luck. You see, it is very quite easy. To explain which of the 4 hide I want. Because I want all of them. Yeah. It's gonna be difficult, but I do want all of them. And yeah, blonde really does not help because Wellrod is also blonde. TMP is also blonde. But they have not released on CN yet either. No clear indication of affiliation on this one either. The only serial number here seems to have been inscribed back when Sanga's Ferry was active. Anything on your side, Mekti? Mekti Lister's voice comes through the comms. Kind of aiming to collect everyone since it seems feasible, but that does mean I'm not going to get copies until returns. Special Agent Wellrod. Yeah. One thing about Velrod in GFL 1 was that she was a bit of a toonie. Also, the thing is, Minardi, you're probably not even going to get copies on reruns, because while at the same time you'll have reruns, you'll also have a new one. More of the same? No, they're a little different from the Sangos machines we've encountered before. I have skipped one so far because I just didn't care about Type 95. Or 97. I'm not sure. Yeah, some of the modules have trailers of modifications. Nothing out of the ordinary, though. Almost any PMCs you can find a ton of these things lying around. It'd be strange not to make no modifications at all. Yeah. Don't think I don't know you're slacking off just because you're using comms. Fine, fine. Make the packs up a little on the other side of the line. Any discoveries other than that machinery? How should I put it? Looks like someone used this place as an outpost not long ago. Some of these valves have signs of recently being used. There's also some scattered cables and cords on the grounds. They must have left in a hurry. Who could it have been? Some passing bounty hunters or Vallegas hiding from the storms, perhaps. So those machines that Atlantis just then would be theirs? Difficult to imagine anyone leaving the combat bots behind in an area with such elite presence. That would be tantamount to suicide. I'll contact the base. Get back here. Break time, finally. Matthew looks as if she's been released from a great burden as she ends the call. Burden of work. Continue. Klukai and Mehdi continue to shelter from the storm within the ruined building. Klukai attempts to contact the temporary base while Mehdi rests in the corner. Hang on. The persistent no signal notification dashes Klukai's hope of contacting the outside world. Can't contact the base and the other person. A hint of frustration arises that Klukai thinks of them. In truth, she's glad she sent a message before she set off. A habit she's kept to these past few years before leaving for a dangerous assignment. Signal's absolutely terrible with the storm going on. Still can't contact Andres and Barca? I did say we should have just left together, but you insisted on this preliminary survey. Leave together, get ambushed together, and then get stuck here together? But I missed the sofa at the base. Those two must be lounging on those babies right now, don't you think? They don't have it nearly as easy as you imagine. The new external equipment and programs DA prepared for Andres are still in the testing stage, and the presence at the base is necessary for trial runs. Yours isn't, seeing how slacking off is your highest priority. Always has been. Matthew rolls over, ignoring the disapproval in Klukai's eyes. Yet, finding things are still not quite comfortable, she lazily scoots over to the motorbike. What's wrong with slacking off? It's not quite a sofa, but it brought this. She produces a travel sleeping kit from her backpack. Hardly improved in combat abilities, but has made leaps and bounds in the field of sleeping. Yeah, impressive, right? I handpicked it together with Andros and Belka. State of the art in both comfort and value for money. A must-have for any battlefield environment. How proud she is of her field bed. Easy to store when uninflated, but when you need it, you simply go like this. Mehdi smugly presses the button, and soon enough the neck pillow and its cushioning are filled with air. Exceptional, convenient, every traveler's best friend. That's how the ad put it. Wanna try? Hey, Diana! How you doing? I'm guessing you were playing Warframe again. Welcome to Ghost Online 2. Yeah. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome to, yeah. Painting Warframe? Cosplay? Or or painting stuff in-game to look more like what you want it to look like. Because I think the game has a painting function, right? Right? Figures. Ah. I too have figures, but I didn't need to paint them myself. I do have way too... my hands are way too shaky to paint things. Got some 3D models just printed. I see. Thank you very much for the raid. And for the people that don't know me yet, hi, I'm TB. I play video games, most often military related, sometimes not. Today we're playing the new Ghost Frontline 2 event, called Aphelion, and it's about Klukai on the left. And Mehdi on the right, and us. Probably could. Well, if you need to, then you know what to do. I'm waiting. Didn't even do it herself. God damn. Even letting Bakasura do it for you. Hang on. Hi. It's been a day, okay. Yeah, it's all fine. Welcome. Wonderful. Mind you, I can still do this as well. Yeah. I have full control over my own tail. I hope you had a great stream. Floof. My floof. Mine alone. Nobody else's. Only mine. It was fun. Good. Good. Yeah. Again, thank you very much for the raid. And I do hope that you'll have a chill evening. If you need to do some after stream care and everything, as usual, go ahead. I'm gonna park myself back in the corner and hide the floof. And I'll continue reading the stuff. I'll be looking. Yeah, have good luck. I'm gonna continue with the story. Yeah. That's how the ad put it. Wanna try? Giving Mehdi a frigid response, Klukai aims a weapon and fires in the pillow's direction without hesitation. Ah! How fucking mean! She just destroyed a pillow immediately. The bullet zips past the pillow in Mehdi's hands, and from behind her comes a shrill cry of an eel eating lead. Forget about the pillow if you don't want to sleep with the elites. Pick up your weapon. Okay, she didn't shoot the pillow. I take it back. She actually saved her. Okay. Scary, but pillow's okay. Okay, next time would you mind warning us before you start shooting? Cut the chat and focus on the battlefield. Or else you'll be staying here to keep the elites company. I wonder how many people I can, or how many enemies I can destroy in the first turn. I would get a bunch of them. Doesn't look like it would, but that will get a bunch of them. This is this. Bang. Bang. Yeah, Klukai is completely insane. Bang bang. Cluckley and Mechty annihilate the elites without further incident, save for the inflatable pillar's commendable sacrifice. Mechty crouches down and fiddles with the damaged pillow on the ground, sorrow written all over her face. There's no repairing this level of damage. She looks so sad. No! Ah! Cluckley, that show was on purpose, wasn't it? Paying no attention to Mechty's pitiful cries, Cluckley casts a gaze outside to find the veil of gravel and sand clearing up. The collapsed storm shrinking. She pulls up her comm screen as she speaks, and sure enough, the signal's been restored. Cluckley dials in a series of commands already committed to muscle memory, and an image of a call recipient soon appears. Big sis, long time no see. It's Belka. It's only been half a day at most, 5 hours to be exact. Spotting Andres behind Belka, Cluckley immediately begins her inquiries. Andres, are you finished with the data collection? Yes. Using Leo's intel as a foundation, I've acquired a series of in-depth reports from the underground brokers active in the area, as well as brief databases. Unfortunately, nothing about Paradise was found. Other than that... What is it? In terms of the environmental data, there are some pretty significant discrepancies with the data Lever provided. The environmental conditions have been gradually deteriorating, especially in the past 6 to 12 months, and the collapse radiation is far more intense than in any other areas close to red zones. As brief indicates, many bounty hunters have gone missing after entering this area, and as a result, the intel here is always out of date. Regrettably, the engineering department of the URNC purification project is likely much the same in terms of information. Yeah, a few similar results line up with that. It should also be noted that Mechty and I were assaulted by a force of unknown affiliation. Unknown affiliation? Well, you heard, Big Sis. What do you think? I'm not doubting your abilities, Big Sis. I'm just worried about Mechty dragging you down, that unreliable sod. Yeah, just like that. How rude! By the way, quick note, the only time that Belka has appeared in Ghost Line 1 story was actually, as far as I recall, in the Valhalla collaboration event. And her only role in that, her main role was she wanted a drink, ordered herself a beer, and then Cluckley drank it. Setting off the entire story of that event. Yeah, unreliable. Dejection overtakes Mechty's countenance. Remains of her pillows clutched between her arms. Belka's just worried about leader Cluckley. Don't waste your time on such meaningless concerns. We cannot conclude this attack to be a targeted action against all 4, but chances are that this assignment will be far more difficult than described. Andres, send me what you've gathered. Yes, leader. Also, as the data transfers, Cluckley puts up an area of the surroundings and selects a settlement. See these coordinates? Get ready and meet us there later. The reception here is poor. Tell the air to find a way to maintain the comms. Very well. The air started adjusting the external equipment, so I'll tell him when he's free. Make sure to be careful, you two. The good-for-nothing still fixated on the damaged inflatable pillow. Cluckley gazes at the still crestfallen Mechty with a mixture of exasperation and concern in eyes. She didn't make very sure to prepare for the trip after all. Whatever. Do not support Mechty's wanton expenditures in the future, especially you, Andres. Of course, I'll keep it in mind next time. Andres nods with a gentle smile on her face. I somewhat doubt you're really scrutinizing that. Let's leave it at that. Don't tarry at the part while the weather still remains calm. Yay! I already can't wait to see Big Sis. Great. Continue.
お姉ちゃんが待ってるんだから。
Quick note. I know this room. This is like a slightly changed and updated version of a room from GFL 1. Which is feeling very nostalgic, but at the same time very modernized. It's cool. I like it. Come on, come on, come on! Bix is waiting for us! Belka anxiously taps her feet, attempting to hurry up Andorus' file transfer. Don't be in such a rush. I need to go over it again. Records of population change, static maps with the past 10 years, elites in the nearby areas and Bujum sighting reports. Not to mention... Andorus, even if you have all that local storage space, you don't need to transfer all the data in there. I already installed a signal booster for you and Belka. Your connection shouldn't be cut off if everything works as intended. If you need something, just transfer it over the network. Note, I didn't expect him to sound like that. I just can't help but be worried about it. Since Leader Kluka mentioned the signal instability. It isn't the yellow zone after all. Some instability can't be helped, especially with the frequent collapse storms. There's no need to be so uneasy. Or is there? I wish I could agree, but Leader Kluka's encounter with the unknown enemies makes me worry. That is indeed an issue. Right. Andorus, are you bringing that this time? That? Ah, you mean the newly adjusted external equipment? Hang on. I know that voice. Yes, and the firepower algorithm to go with it. The adjustments are mostly complete, it's time to enter the combat testing phase. Both accuracy and firepower should be significantly improved with it equipped, but since it's still a prototype, its power and efficiency and runtime both leave something to be desired. Remember to borrow the external batteries for Mekti's frame. Hang on. I just realized I should be tapped into here, just so I can delay some ads if I have to. Because if they did pop up in the middle of the story chapters, that would be annoying. On top of that, the equipment's still quite unwieldy, but can still fit in the Jeep's trunk, just barely. You'll have to bring the trailer for the motorbike too, right? Place the other supplies there. I'm sure you can find some room. Will do. I'll have to leave that to Dia. Give me a moment, I'll go load it. Dia returns to the control panel and begins a series of operations. Right, speaking of Mekti, bring a new travel kit for her. Belka, can you help me get something from the depot? Why for her? Leader was talking about future expenses, but this here is money we've already spent. Wow, Andres must have taken on some bad habits from that door. I'll go fetch the goods. Hurry up, you lot. Alright, alright. You too, dear. Yes, of course. Andorus, the person I sent to run the checks on your vehicle is finished. When the transfer is done, we'll be ready to go. Andorus drives towards the meeting point with Belka. The vehicle leaps across the yellow zone with Andorus at the wheel. He's humming a tune with a relaxed expression. Andorus, I want to leave exist too, but not this much. You could, slow down a bit. Excuse me, Belka or G28, you're a German rifle. You should know how we do things on the highway. Because where we are going, there ain't no speed limits. This is really fast. As she speaks, the Jeep flies off a small incline. Belka holds onto her handrail for dear life. Ah! You're always a slowpoke, but how come you drive like a wild animal? We're in the yellow zone after all. The roads here are much simpler than in the wide zone of satellite cities. Even I can drive without much issue. See, like this? She smarts and slams on the accelerator as the Jeep passes through a small elet in its way. What a relaxing drive this is. I like her. I like her. Is that so? Ah! The vehicle suddenly swerves and the squeal brake pads entire sound out in unison. A series of bullet holes suddenly appear in the vehicle's original path, sending up great clouds of dust and sand. Why? Because she vaporized the de-elit? Essentially. It's rather her attitude. Belka and Andres take advantage of the vehicle's spinning momentum, quickly opening the doors and tumbling behind some natural cover nearby. Careful, incoming. Yeah, I want all of 4-4, which is gonna be really painful. Because it's not just like 4 dollars as they were in GFL 1, no, it's like 8 or 10. Because you've got G11, 416, UMP 45 and 9, maybe even 40. You've got Belka, you've got Andorus, you've got Welrod, you've got TMP, you've got Vector, that's already 10. There might be more. Fuck. Oof. Not so secretive anymore then? I wouldn't say that. They're still pretty secretive. Just different. Pop. 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 And the crane's gone. Yippee! Best number to keep a secret is 0. Yes. However, this is also the kind of thing where it's not like OPSEC is gonna be a big problem, considering the fact that it's all dolls. They're not exactly gonna be talking much. For the most part. And we're done. She is all I need. Well, life that's overpowered. Seem pretty chatty. To each other. That's it. And maybe the commander. According to the command's record, to the combat record you sent over, the modifications made to these enemies are quite similar to the end machines that attacked us before. In a place as desolate as this, we can be more or less confirmed they are of similar affiliation. Leader Klukai. Things can't be explained by mere coincidence anymore. These are organized attacks. But why are they going after us? Parallel is deploying these machines. Can't be sure as of yet. Perhaps these machines are not only attacking 4-4. Didn't Andorus data indicate that many bomb targets have gone missing in this area in the past month? So you're saying those weren't incidents caused by the environment? That's just a guess. But you guys should be careful. A wave of static washes over the communications channel. Lucas' protection violently shakes a few times, then disappears entirely. Calms her down again. This... Andorus attempts to restore the connection, but their efforts are for naught. What happened? The reception was perfectly fine just now. Looks like something's happened on the leader's side. Maybe the collapse storm's picking up again. She'll be in danger, won't she? What should we do? As of now, it should be more prudent to proceed as originally planned. Please contact the air. Let's see if you can do anything about the signal problem remotely. Got it? I'll talk to him immediately. And that is then why Dia goes and changes the thingamajig. Whatchamacallit. I also just remembered something. Hang on a minute. What the F is? Andres? If you can hear me, please respond. I repeat, if you can hear me. Don't waste your effort. The signal's obviously gone again. Standard provided by the underground brokers is so trash. If you rent it for a few days, the rate is several times worse than monthly rate, which in turn is several times worse than the yearly rate. And this is the quality we get. Get paid, do nothing. Seems like they're very efficient businessmen. That sounds nice. Make these stretches with a deep sigh, her face full of envy. When this assignment's over, I think we need to go and have a talk about the rates. Yeah, you look really scary now. But. Well, here comes an opportunity to let off some steam. This machine's there again, in greater numbers than before. How annoying. Don't just sit there and commentate. Get down there and fight. Do we need to get rid of all of them? The numbers really aren't in our favor. Pick up the fast units and those with long-range capabilities, then look for an opportunity to retreat. Do not overextend before you rendezvous with Belka and Andoris. Sounds even more troublesome. I already know how this is gonna go. Look, we've cleared the evac route. Hey, it's the green puddle again. Yes, of course. Stick to the plan. Focus on taking down the high-speed and long-range units first. Proceed to the evacuation zone. Yeah, this is gonna be... Yeah. I already know this is gonna go. My question right now is just, can we somehow... The answer is no. You know what? Might as well blow them up that way. We're blowing them up anyway. Might as well just do it. That is a pretty cool move, not gonna lie. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. But man, is it cool. Kill the sniper. Can I do it again? Yeah, I can actually do it in slow-mo. For some reason, the one-time speed is still... If she throws something, she shoots, she throws a grenade in the air and then kicks it at them. Completely unnecessary. So was the speed fixed? I think the speed might have been fixed. Dang. I need one extra turn. Because up until the last event at least, whenever you were playing in 1-time speed, it was actually like 0.5 times. Which does seem to be fixed now. Might as well explode the dynamite box. Bakum. Alright. There we go. Ta-da!
皆さんが無事帰還できたことが何よりの喜びです。
Never seems already forced us to significantly deviate from our original routes. Kluka checks the terminal and once again finds that only short-range communications are available. Long-range comms are still down. The storm is still going on. There's no reception and we're unable to pinpoint our location in real time. Are you saying we're lost? I knew that anything involving Paradise would be a recipe for disaster. I mean, she's right. She is entirely right. Give me 1 second, please. I need to quickly fix something. But in any case, the signal quality this time has been atrocious, hasn't it? It's never been this bad even during collapse storms on our previous Yellow Zone missions. Kluka vigilantly monitors the surrounding environment, ignoring Mekti. Seeing this, Mekti decides to fall silent. Creak, creak, thud, thud. The sound of mechanical units advancing. Kluka makes a hand signal, gesturing for Mekti to dive into level 2. Those sound like antique cars that haven't been oiled in centuries. Do they? They're approaching our location from the north. Are they the same batch as those who attacked us earlier? But there's only a few of them and they seem really weak. Don't let your guard down. Yeah, but they look so trashy. A creaking ground reconnaissance unit appears in a short distance away. It's actually an old model. It looks so run down. It's a miracle that it can still move. Most likely Bates. Look above it. Is that a flying drone? Yeah, it seems to have a fire control core installed on it. That's impressive. Also really weird. Why are two machines with disproportionate performance operating together? Why not ask yourself the same question? Rude! It's the same 416 as ever. Oh, Klukai. There's already some condescending eyes. If you don't want to be looked down on, then prove your worth. Kluka looks toward the broken wall on the right of Mehdi, suggesting that she should use it as cover to sneak up on the reconnaissance unit. We need to ascertain who they are just in case. If they are enemies, it'd be good to know the numbers. Mehdi perks up with a sigh, reluctantly moving right towards the corner. Towards the cover. The scouting unit approaches as she moves. There doesn't seem to be any units other than these two. Hey, could they be broken? Why have they not noticed us after getting so close? Remain alert and stay where you are. Wait for them to get closer. Don't reveal yourself without a good reason. Okay. Matey props up against cover, using the sound and environment to track the enemy movement. The joints on the ground make creak rhythmically. It's like the elderly doing morning exercises. The ground mech stops abruptly, as if its power has been cut. The sound stopped. Could it have broken down? Hey, stop! But Kluka is too late. Just when Mehdi tries to shift herself to a better view, she conveniently exposes herself to the ground mech's sensor. Beep, beep, beep. The warning light on the ground mech flashes red and emits an ear-piercing alarm. At the same time, the UAV launches an attack. The abandoned container Mehdi was using as cover for a second ago is riddled with bullets. What the hell? Mehdi dodges the attack and darts towards other sources of cover. Meanwhile, Kluka takes the opportunity to break the drone's wings with a 3-round burst, while the ground mech simply keeps blaring its sirens. At this moment, a group of armed humans and mechs appears on the northwest side of the building, raining down fire on them. Didn't you say there were no more enemies? My radar isn't working! I'm not a dedicated scout, also my detection range isn't supposed to be this long.
それに
Besides, who knew they would stay silent and wait for the bait? Are you deliberately exposing yourself to give the enemy a target? Who would have thought that they were out fishing? And who exactly are these people anyway? Yeah, who exactly are... Well, oh, that,
おじけついたの
Let's just say that this is going to be the shortest map so far. So far, all of the others needed 2 turns, maybe even 3. I don't think it will this time.
ハンデをあげる
Bob. Hold off the enemy attacks for 4 turns. Okay. I mean, maybe there'll be more. I don't know. EP, the heal, I guess, something. It's slow-mo again. The walking animation, you can tell that it's very... that seems okay. Yeah, him.
訓練の成果ね
静かに いつでもどうぞ
Alright. Yeah, now it fixed itself to be no longer slow-mo again. It's just being very weird. I'll be entirely honest, this next enemy spawn is just gonna be a Klukai one-shot again. Plop. Hello there. That's a nice designation you just put on Klukai. Unfortunately. Death.
ハンデをあげる
Oh, that's some big tubes. Funnily enough, they look like big s'mores. It's okay, they've got more reinforcements. Understood. Hold the line and don't let them approach us.
目標沈黙
Ta-da! After downing another drone, Kluka zips back into cover. After confirming Mehdi's combat status, she issues an order.
ミスティ
Mehdi, ceasefire. Huh? Am I hearing that right?
早く
Quickly! Just as Mehdi rolls over to some nearby cover and puts a gun away in disbelief, a booming male voice comes to a loudspeaker from behind the cover on the opposing side. This is the 3,762nd platoon of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps of the Soviet Union District Environmental Purification Project under the URNC Contamination Zone Management and Recovery Administration. I am First Sergeant Dimitri, and I suggest you cease fire immediately. I repeat, this is the 3,000... After confirming that Mehdi has put a gun away, Kluka turns on a voice amplification device as well.
了解
Acknowledged.
こちらはす
We have issued an order to cease attacking. Upon hearing Kluka's response, the opposing party immediately ceases gunfire, but both sides remain ready to resume hostilities. State your reason for attacking, and we will judge whether or not you are considered to have deliberately attacked a regular army force. You attacked first! What the fuck is wrong with you? Your sensor picked up Mehdi and just opened fire instantly. We had no intention of launching an attack on your forces. Your bullets tell a different story. We can explain our actions. As a gesture of good faith, we will meet in the center of the battlefield in 10 minutes. We will not carry any weapons. Alright. Make sure you keep your word. The voice falls silent. Mechias retreated from the front, gazing at the other side of the battlefield with visible concern. The armed forces are recuperating after the combat. How come it's the UNC's people? Is this real bad? Big guy sounded really angry. Man. Even more than in GFL 1, she just makes you want to protect. Like, yeah. Fucking Steeple. I'll negotiate with them in a bit. Stay alert and cover me. If push comes to shove, I might need to activate Plan B. Plan B. Wait, you're not going to press the switch here, right? There'll be no end to our trouble if we antagonize the UNC. I can't confirm whether they are friend or foe at the moment, so it's necessary to eliminate all risk by strengthening our guard. Still, I'll try my best to avoid conflict. Okay. I hope it's all just a misunderstanding. Dealing with them is a lot of trouble. Man, this event is long again. At the same time, we are kind of like... not quite halfway through. I actually just remembered something, though. About Klukai's costume. Wait, are you really my strongest unit right now? Oh yeah, you really are. How exactly does that work? I'm pretty sure that this one was one of the ones that where the orb was supposed to be able to edit it. I'm not sure. I don't know. I might just be wrong. Maybe we can get some stuff though. Yippee. Actually, let's just focus on the event for now. Got mail. Probably from that, yeah. Some resupply here. No. Nine-1. Story bits. Seeing Kluka coming alone and unarmed, the platoon leader lets out a displeased grunt from behind his protective suit. What's the point of just sending a doll over? Tell your cowardly owner to come out and talk. Voice recognition tells Kluka that this is Dimitri, whom she had talked with earlier. Hyde 404 is an autonomous armed doll squad currently assisting the Non-Military Forces Administration in investigating illegal PMCs in the Yellow Zone. Kluka intentionally modifies the part of our Paradeas in accordance with Kalina's instruction. 404? What's that? Never heard of it. The Non-Military Forces Administration hired you guys too. Although he's still suspicious, hearing the Non-Military Forces Administration being mentioned makes him relax a bit. We are supernumerary dolls, so it's normal you haven't heard of us. And we have some business to discuss. Business. Of course. Dimitri takes a look at the radiation detector and ensures that the reading is within safety limits. He then pulls the protective hood off his head, revealing the face of a middle-aged man with an angular jawline. Years on the battlefield and years of desert wind have left the marks on his face.
相変わらず窮屈な防護
What
服
kind
だ
of a
ぜ。
protective suit is this? This junk is choking me. He curses quietly with a grimace, then looks at Kluka with unbridled disgust in his eyes. You claim to be working under the Nompa, so how you don't know the rules of engagement? Shoot first, ask question later. Is that the way they taught you? We were previously attacked by mechs of unknown origin, and then your scouting unit appeared without the usual identifying insignia of the UNC Survey Corps. We simply opened fire in self-defense. You better start using your tin brain before you speak. We encountered no unknown mechs on our way here. It's up to you whether you believe me or not. The fact you haven't encountered them doesn't mean they don't exist. Besides, it was your drone that started shooting first. Are you just responding to such an attack? The drone runs on auto mode, do you? Right, how could I forget? You're just like that drone. Just another clanker that runs on algorithms that can only do as you're told. Seeing that the opposing side is trying to provoke her, instead of making progress information exchange, that is not a proper sentence. Making progress in exchanging information, Kluka raises an eyebrow and remains quiet. However, Dmitri doesn't seem to mind at all. He continues to ask questions in a condescending manner. Regarding what you said, we'll report that to our superiors later and request an investigation. For safety reasons, though, we will need to know the contents of your mission and the formation size. The specifications are subject to a non-disclosure agreement signed with a non-military forces administration, so please show me proof that you have of your clearance level. As for numbers, only 2 dots have been engaged in combat by your forces right just now. 2! Dimitri's soldiers are shocked by the contrast between the firepower they witnessed and 4 force real numbers. After receiving a stare from Dimitri, they promptly shut up. That's impossible. That level of firepower must have come from a group numbering at least 10 people. 4-4 squad made only from tactical dots. Our combat capabilities and battlefield awareness are different from what you got used to during your duties at the Great Wall Railway. How do you know that we're from the Great Wall Railway? A messy combat mech composition, haphazard modifications, old equipment. Those were looted from Boyegas, underground brokers and bounty hunters, weren't they? The few pieces of elite equipment you have bear the insignia of the Great Wall Railway, and perhaps there was no time to switch the insignia of the Environmental Survey Corps. I'm guessing you are all temps in your roles. Noticing a stiff expression, Kluka inserts an additional remark. Right, but how could I forget? The ones guarding the Great Wall Railway are basically regular armed forces that consist of a bunch of old mechs most of the time. Watch your mouth. What does a blaster machine like you know? Dmitri raises his gun, but Kluka simply stares at him coldly without moving a muscle. I've explained everything. Isn't it time for this to end? Hold up. Just as Kluka turns away to leave, Dmitri shouts for her to stop. The soldiers raise their guns and aim at her. What? Even if you really are from the non-military forces administration, how do you plan to compensate us for the losses we've suffered? 4-4 lost assets too. Both sides are responsible for what happened today. Trying to renege on your debt. What? I don't know how you say that word. No. Then where's the money? We worked long and hard to gather all that equipment. Does your broken tin brain realize that we are responsible for surveying the construction of the Intercontinental Railway? Not even Nompa will back you up on this. Renege means that we're indebted to you. I don't think we owe you any such debt to your forces. Facing Kluka's unwavering attitude, Dmitri takes out his communicator. If you can't settle this between us, then you will wait for orders from abroad. But before I contact them, remember that even if you are temps, we are considered part of the regular army. Do you think a doll like you will be taking as seriously as us? And I have over 30 people ready to testify. Do you think you two can manage to win them over? You are able to contact the outside world right now. Hearing Kluka's question, Dmitri simply assumes that the opposing side is considering this threat, and so increases the pressure in his voice. Of course. Once the message gets out, the situation gets a whole lot more serious. Stop, darling. I have to bring them over to the next settlement. Ain't got no time to waste on the likes of you.
お金の代わりに
We have no money for you,
そちら
but
の
we can
作戦
assist you in
に
your
協
combat
力
for
す
some
ると
time.
いうのはどうでしょう。この劣悪な
This
環境
environment
は
must be pretty hard on
あ
your
なた
forces
方
after
の
all.
手に余るはずです。404の戦
And
闘
you've seen
力
us in
は
action
見ての
just now.
通り。
Dimitri does not expect this reply. He sizes up Klukai.
何が目的
What are you up to?
目的などありませ
Nothing.
ん。
It's just before we set off we were told not
現
to
地
do
部隊との不必
not to
要な衝
unnecessarily
突は避けろ
antagonize
と
the
言わ
local
れていま
forces.
すので。
Dimitri pockets his communicator after a moment of consideration.
交渉成立
Deal.
だ
But here's my warning.
だが余計
You better listen to my
な
orders and not think of trying
お
anything
となしく
funny.
命令に従えいいなエリア通信チャンネル
The
は
regional comms
人
frequency is
々を丸させた
110.32.
設定しておけ
Adjust your communicators accordingly.
この辺は邪民
There's a lot of interference in this hellhole, so make sure you stay within a maximum of 2 kilometers from the forces.
無駄口が少ないという
I
け
hope I
ど
don't have to hear too much crap from you.
安心しろ
Don't worry about it.
お
I
前ら
couldn't
に
care
は
less
聞く
about you.
権限すらないそもそも内部通
Two
信は
crappy dolls
暗号
want
化
in
さ
on internal regional
クズ人形に
communications.
はそんな
No need
こ
a
とも
password for
わから
that.
ないのか
After confirming that she is successfully connected to the comms frequency, Luca ignores the insult and turns to leave.
カラクタ
Goddamn machine.
ローリング
Larian, once we go back, go tell the guys responsible to scale down scouting patrols by 30%. Have those 2 tin cans handle any danger we come across whenever possible. Are we really bringing those 2 dolls along, Dima? What if they try something on us? I will contact the warrant officer to confirm their identities. You guys should be careful too and keep your distance from them. No matter how you put it, having 2 dolls be our vanguard is beneficial to our mission. What if they do something to us? With their level of combat proficiency, could you grow a spine for once? You think 30-odd men plus next ain't enough to deal with the 2 of them? Didn't you see how the earlier battle went? Also, make sure to address me as sir. You're really good at forgetting that if I don't keep telling you. Hey, I'm used to calling you differently, that's all. That's not an excuse. We served in the railway force for so many years. You need to be addressing me appropriately. Otherwise, the new guys will think I'm biased again. Seeing Dimitri's serious expression, the soldier named Larian corrects his casual demeanor and salutes him. Understood, sir. That's more like it. You can go back now. Tell everyone to continue on towards the target location. We've been delayed enough already, so we should go as fast as we can before the sun sets. First we have to find Paradeus, and now we have to help the UNC Cervical. Will more work just keep coming like this? Kukai, the 4-4 isn't lacking funds, is it? Why can't you just settle it by giving them some money? You'll only be adding to the number of insufferable people in the world if you give in to their unreasonable demands. But being free labor for them has no benefits for us either. At least we won't be lost anymore. You mean the signal problem from before? But they aren't going to the same settlement as the one we agreed on. Are you an infant who just learned how to walk? Can you only take 1 step at a time? Klukai sighs with concern. The collapse storm has ended, but our signal is showing no sense of getting restored. Yet the Cervical are able to contact the outside world, so it's highly likely that the underground broker's base station is broken, causing our signal interruption. So if we follow those people and reach a settlement, we can at least borrow the settlement network to contact Andros and Darka. Get it now. Okay. But you know, children are not the only ones who walk in 1 step at a time. That applies to the king and chairs too, yeah? It's impressive. The communicator receives a comms request from the Cervical following them. This is High 4-4 leader, Tactical Door Klukai. What's up? First Sergeant Dimitri wants you to change direction effective immediately. Maintain the same speed and head in the 2 o'clock direction. That's a severe deviation from the course for our target location, and Klukai has more to say, but she's interrupted by the angry Dimitri. What do you rust buckets even know? Change course when I tell you to change course. Don't forget what I said. Listen to my orders. Yes, of course. Klukai cuts the comms and swerves to the correct direction. The incoming barrage of wind hits the yawning Mechty right in the mouth. Bleh. 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 What the hell? Changing course. Oh. Make the adjusted posture so that the wind doesn't blow in her face. The motorbike flies over the empty wilds like a released arrow, carving a clear path in the landscape. What are these noises? The motorbike suddenly brakes. The submarine Mechty loses her balance, but Luca catches her before she falls off. Luca connects to the cervical comms. A small group of elites to the northwest, around 5 to 10 of them. Estimated time before contact with the main force is 5 minutes. Then wipe them out. Contacting us for such trivial matters. Are you a broken trumpet? It was you who told us to listen to your orders. We are simply waiting for your command in accordance to our agreements. Upon hearing this, Dimitri utters something under his breath, but it was too quiet for Kluka to hear. After a short moment, he responds with an impatient tone. I don't want to see any elites remaining. That's it. The comms abruptly cuts with a stiff expression. Kluka parks the motorbike against a nearby boulder. Get down. Time to work. He's a massive dick. How fucking dare he speak to 4-4 like that? I'll be entirely honest. If this was the 4-4 of GFL1 with 45 leading it, I think 45 herself would have had to put a bullet in his asshole. Alright, support is a thing. Support. I can put down gun turrets. Yippee. Will it matter? No. Why won't it? Glue guy. Death. Death approaches. Bang. What was that buff? Crocodile tears. Increases damage by 2%. Per stack or once? Holy fuck. That is such a big buff. If it's per stack, then that's just 10% extra damage for nothing. I technically don't even need to move these three. Because guess what? The next turn is gonna start, and then Kluka's gonna blow them up. Pop. Funny thing is, I can hit one of them, and it'll still kill all of them. Okay, it's in slow-mo again. Bop. 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 It's a really weird bug that sometimes it just goes in full slow-mo mode. The elites have been eliminated, and the main force arrives right after. Under Dimitri's orders, the troops stop to collect samples from the elite corpses as part of their routine. You people arrived early, but choose not to help in the fight. Is this the bravery of the UNC soldiers? If you need help against such small group of elites, you'd better go back to the green zone to work as window cleaners. Noticing something off about Luca, Mechty tucks on her clothes. Hey, he's not really wrong. Those weren't too many elites. Gosh, the sergeant chooses the safest routes all the time. Be it random elites or Viegas, we'll never lose with them around. Upon hearing this, Luca gives Dimitri a questioning look. You've been in other theaters of combat. What? You couldn't have gained this level of experience by just guarding a Great Wall Railway. I heard that some folks like you were once part of the retired formations of the Neo-Soviet Union. What are you getting at with questions like these?
余計な詮索
Don't
は
poke
す
your
る
nose where it doesn't belong. Don't tell me he was part of the fucking fireworks night. Or generally anything to do with fucking Carter in the other asshole that shall not be named. That, on second thought, does seem a little bit similar to this guy.
お前
You,
こっちに来い
come over here. Dimitri glanced at the soldier had interjected just now. Feeling the sergeant's displeasure, the soldier makes the wise decision to shut up, packs the samples he has collected, and follows Dimitri towards the trucks. He's finally off. Glad you two didn't go each other's throats again.
あのおじさんも
Mr.
さ
Sergeant really seems to hate us. Even if it was because of a misunderstanding at first, I don't get why he's still so angry towards us.
気をつけなさい。
Be careful.
おかしいと思
We
わ
haven't
ない
met any of those mechs that
調
attacked
査
us
隊と
earlier.
合流してから
Ever since
不
we
明
met these
勢
people.
力からの
Don't
襲
you think
撃
it's
が止ま
weird?
った。
Maybe they give up?
諦めたんじゃない
We're the larger group for
人
now,
数
after
も
all.
増えたし
その
You
程
might
度
be
の
right.
警戒心しかない
With
な
this amount
ら
of caution in your
確か
brain,
に
you
グリーン
really
エリ
should
ア
go
で
back to
窓付
wiping
きでも
windows
す
in the
るべ
green
き
zones.
ね。先を急ぐわ
Get
よ
on the bike. We have to move on.
これもみんなのおかげだ。
Honestly, I think we'll get it done today. Depending on how long the story nodes are. At night, a well-equipped off-road vehicle quickly pulls away from the purification zone. The emotionless doll in the vehicle accepts a comm request from within the wide zone. How's progress? The work on being done here is of great importance to them. Don't let them down like Sextons did, Bloodsphere.
承知しております
I know. But looking at the reports from over there, the situation seems to have
状
changed.
況にやや変化が
Oh.
任務エリアの
Two
外周
squads
に
made of tactical bots have appeared on the outskirts of our mission area. They're closing in. If it's just a bunch of T-dolls, why not deal with them just like always?
機械兵器を派
We
遣
have
し
indeed sent our mechs,
すぐに
but we
当たらせました
underestimated
が
their combat abilities.
それに
Also,
そのうちの一
one
小
of the
隊が
squads has met with the ground formation of the UNC Survey Corps. For some reason, they are working together now.
ロレン政府との不
In
要
order to
なト
avoid
ラブルを
alerting the
避
UNC
けるため
government and causing any unnecessary
追撃を一
trouble,
時中止い
I
た
have
しま
issued
した
retreat orders for the pursuing mechs.
次はどう動くべ
Please
き
tell me
か
my next move. Send other mechs to wipe out the nearby signal base stations. Once the area becomes a signal dead zone, finish them all in one fell swoop.
かしこまりました
Got it. Bloodsphere nods quietly. These orders are familiar to her. It has always been the case that once these orders are transmitted, one dead zone appears after another, becoming a graveyard in the contamination zone. By the way, as if to intentionally emphasize the moment, the doll on the other side of the comms makes a pause. According to the internal intelligence, a UNC department responsible for purification works had seconded the troops from the nearby Great Wall Railway Force near the target area. The formation you mentioned should be them. So, do be sure to hurry up, okay? Finish your work before what happens here attracts attention.
承知いたしました
Acknowledged.
パラデウスの引き上げは
Currently,
ほぼ完
Parias
了
has almost
し
finished evacuating this area. What's left is to track down and recover
回
it.
収現在
I'm currently
目
moving
標
towards the
エリア
target
へと
area.
向かっています
The mission will be completed in time.
任務は時間
Make me feel at ease, Bloodsphere. Makes me want to cheer for you. Anyway, since you're working so hard, I will arrange some reinforcements for you. They will contact you once they have reached the area.
かしこまりました
Got it. Eh? Not even gonna thank me. Even though they number few, they are a gift for Bloodsphere that I have painstakingly prepared, you know? Bloodsphere shifts her gaze from the road to the comms interface for a moment. Her empty eyes betray no emotion or fluctuation, as if she's a military drone that only understands orders.
感謝いたします
Thanks, Cocoon.
コクーン
Eh? Compared to Darcher, you're so boring. You only respond to orders. Fine, fine. Go quickly. Don't make the high-ups wait, okay?
承知いたしました
Acknowledged. Cocoon cuts the comms. Bloodsphere hits the gas and the dark vehicle blends into the night. Under the setting sun, the owl moves forward, still a long distance from its target. Over the years, whenever darkness falls, the past comes rushing back to me uncontrollably. This is why I detest the night. The Mephisto agreement and the unending work of a bounty hunter isolate me best from the world's maelstrom, both in time and space. Despite the hard work and isolation, they are like a calming tranquilizer. They make friends with alcohol, pulling me into slumber. Yet the white nightmare does not fade. It has caught up with me, making it difficult to confront the choices I made in the past. A million self-reassurances and rationalizations fall flat in the face of this. The contract with the devil has since changed. I will not run, but I'm not truly ready. The comms terminal interface shows a recent message from Klukai, as well as messages from before. One after another, the message just repeats the same thing. Where are you? Where am I? I've never answered this question in my head or to them. To say the truth, I often struggle to fathom where I am in this world. What I know for sure is I don't want to drag 4-4 and the friends down the maelstrom with me. But it is time for me to go to give them an answer. Not in the form of a message. I want to convey my sincerity. All these years I've tried to pull further and further away to the point of Aphelion, she has sought to be closer to me. The environmental survey corps have chosen an abandoned settlement to make camp. The soldiers gather for a round of poker around the campfire, the crowd emitting a song, anger and laughter every now and then. Give it up, Lorraine. It's your loss. Show us the can you've been hiding. If you want that, go find logistics. Miss me with that load of bull. I saw your lover slip you something before we left. You're definitely hiding something. Watch me really closely for a little I have. Blame the uppers if you want. They accept missions and swabs in hopes of getting some merit. They make a setup without supplying us with enough resources and equipment. If it wasn't for the sergeant taking the opportunity to scavenge something every now and then, there's no guessing how badly we'd be faring by now. Yeah, it's tiring enough to guard the railway. Now we have to do some kind of environmental survey for them. Don't they pay up and equip us for the standard of an actual survey call for starters? Leave it be, man. You think you can do something other than what the uppers tell you to do? The only thing you can do here is curse people's mothers. Hey, I think what you're doing here is inviting me to teach you a lesson. Lorraine slaps him hard on the back of the head, and the two of them start to roughhouse with each other. The onlookers start making a din and cheer them on. Compared to the boisterous soldiers, Hydeville 4 is rather quiet. Mekti is in sleep mode after being busy for an entire day, while Kluka looks on the buffooning and joking soldiers coldly. Dimitri notices her gaze, returning with his own... returning it with his own unfriendliness on his face. What are you looking at? I'll remove your eyes if you keep looking. Rabble. Huh? Say that again. Dimitri straightens up, putting his bottle down. Corruption, gambling, extortion, hiding around. How are you all different from the common gangsters? You talk about how urgent this mission is, then camp here and enjoy yourselves boisterously. It's good enough that I don't call you a bunch of wage thieves. What do you tin cans know? Humans aren't non-sleeping machines like you two. We need rest when it is needed, so we can use our bodies and brains at the right moments. While speaking, Dimitri gestures towards his temple, giving a provocative look. But for you cable for brains, it's true that rest is unneeded. You guys simply wait for your master's commands to do them like good little puppies. I will emphasize again that 4-4 is an elite squad consisting of self-managing dolls. We call the shots on our own. What a joke. Elite squad, eh? Look at that little woman beside you. She sleeps earlier than any of us here. Just as Kluka wanted to make a retort, Mekti rolls over, laying near Kluka's feet. Seems to be thoroughly enjoying her sleep. That's an elite! Soldiers of the survey corps roar in laughter. Get up! Kluka bends down and shakes Mekti awake. Mekti shakes her head around in confusion. What do you want now? Patrol. Kluka pulls Mekti up, leaving the camp with long strides. Behind them rings other taunts from soldiers, with Dimitri's voice being the most prominent. Oh, that's more like it. Go be good Dargod's elite doll. Guard Dog's elite dolls. I have the feeling that, for one, he will turn out to be an enemy at some point, and for two, he's gonna get his fucking ass handed to him. Even the elites are sleeping. Why are we still working so hard? Can't we just report back to the camp and then go back to sleep? Not good. Get ready for battle and wipe them out. Nope. Not that. This. A dynamite box. Doesn't really help, but it's there, I guess. Dang. Slow-mo! There we go. He's better. Meow. Death approaches. Bang. Kill him. Doo-doo. Yeah, we're definitely gonna finish this today. This is actually faster than I expected. Unless we're gonna get like a very big one soon. The night passes by without any trouble. After a couple of hours of movement, the formation finally reaches the target settlement. Our support work ends here. I request that you honor our deal and release 4-4 from all blame. Help me send my regards to your non-military forces administration masters. Tell them to educate the underlings better before letting them out. Dimitri waves his hand impatiently before leaving with the soldiers. Yeah. I reckon that Levi and Kalina must have been harassed by this bunch at this point, no? Good thing we are supernumerary dolls, otherwise we might end up being on our way to a court martial already. Neva is still part of 4-4. Handling things like this is part of a job. True enough. What do we do now? Find the residents here and borrow the network. Oh, feel free. I'm going to find a place to sleep. I'm forced to wake up early even after having to stay up late yesterday night. Seeing Mekti rub her eyes and attempt to slip away, Kluka grabs her with haste. Not the collar! She's a fucking adorable little bean. You don't need two people to borrow the network, just go by yourself. We'd like to borrow your network, but we lost the signal for a couple of days now. The connection is intermittent even on normal days. Plus, there's been many collapse storms recently. Perhaps the base station has been completely broken down after all. Does the settlement not need to contact the outside world? The people from the UNC Survey Corps helped do that, because they needed to carry out survey missions nearby. Some of them started the camp here since half a month ago. So in recent weeks, we have been using their communications equipment to contact the outside world when it has been needed. Do you know where the camp is? It's near the southwest border of the settlement. That area is an old abandoned residential complex, so it's perfect for parking their vehicles and housing the wounded and the sick. Sick? You mean Edith infected? Yeah. The scrawny middle-aged woman tugs at the cloak she wears. Her withered hands fold anxiously. Edith infection rates have gone up considerably in the past year. The symptoms have become more severe and progressing much faster. But it was just my imagination. Luca and Mechti exchanged looks. Until I saw the UNC survey call, quite a number of them were infected too. It should be that the medical professionals they have with them would be more skilled than those of us who can't even be considered doctors. But it seems that they too are at their wits' end about these infections. They have had no choice but to house some of the seriously ill people here. So what you're saying is, they had a bunch of people leave them previously. Yeah, about 20 of them. We've not seen them ever since that day. I've heard from some bounty hunters that there's been an increase in the number of Ediths roaming nearby. Even if they lived, they must have succumbed and become just like them now. If people from the regular army can't take it, I don't know how much longer we can last. She bites her lip, unable to continue the topic. I need to take care of my kid. Thank you. The woman nods and closes the old worn door. The underground broker space station is really done for now because of the shoddy construction, huh? What should we do now, Klukai? The rendezvous point is around 1 or 2 hours from here, so the place is not that far off according to the static map. But it's so dangerous. What if we get attacked by those unknown mechs again? We have no signal and we have to rely on the static map. We could easily get lost, you know? Mechti grabs and rubs her hair as if experiencing a breakdown. Her tangled hair threads as messy as her mentally exhausted neurocloud. Why did we wait for a bounty until underground broker convoy? Go back home with their help. If you can think just as fast as you give up, 4-4 would be in a much better place right now. And wouldn't it be so over if I give up thinking at the speak of light? Our only issue right now is having no signal. So once we have a signal and get the relevant access and permissions, everything will be solved. We're going in a loop now. I want a signal here, other than... Wait a minute, you can't be thinking of asking the survey cop for help, right? Kluka nods calmly. It's impossible if you just think about it for a second. There should be something there could be something even worse than Dimitri in the camp. Perhaps a way more tricky end-stage boss. Humans have a saying somewhere along the lines of money makes the devil turn millstones for you. 4-4's not been lacking in money recently. When you're saying something along the lines of not enabling insufferable people by giving them into their unreasonable demands. Fine, we'll go then. Just quickly drink something. My voice is getting dry. Kluka and Mehdi arrive near the complex situated on the southwest side of the settlement. They see a transport escorted by military jeeps arrive and stop at the nearby field. Personnel in protective suits remove supply boxes from the vehicle. Hearing the commotion, medics from the survey corps come out of the complex to meet with them. Isn't that a transport from UNC? Looks like they're staying right over there. Let's go over there and ask. Perhaps we won't even need to get to the uppers before we get granted access permission. As she speaks, Mehdi moves towards the transport, but is dragged into a hiding spot by Klukai. What now? Are you regretting it now? That's not a UNC vehicle. Huh? It's not the common identifying insignia of the UNC. Also, sending this many escorts to guard a supply transport is a bit too much, even for a dangerous environment like this, like the other zone. Every dose of medicine could save someone's life. What would dolls like you know? Dimitri's resonant voice rings out from a dozen meters behind the door. Yeah, when did you? Next time you want to spy on somebody, make sure you do you're well hidden from the get-go. However, standing out from behind cover, Dimitri's gun is aimed at Klukai. Why are the two of you sneaking around? What are you planning? Give me a reason, I'll ask my gun if it likes it. Klukai and Mechti is instantly surrounded by armed soldiers who have popped up from behind walls. They're all aiming at the door. Klukai gives Mechti a look. They raise their hands to show that they have no intention to fight. We're here to find you. Dimitri stares at the two dolls, but eventually lowers his weapons. However, he does not order his subordinates to stand down. What do you want with me? I don't want you to tell me. Let her say it. The yawning Mechti is given a rude shock upon hearing those words. With the mouth still open, she quizzingly points at herself with a look of disbelief on her face. That's right. You. Seeing that Luca has given her a nod, Mechti scratches her head in resignation. It's like this. Mechti explains the situation to Dimitri, then tells him about the request to gain access to the communications. I knew you wanted something else when the two of you offered to escort us. You dolls do have some brains after all. Klukai, is he complimenting us? Weird guy. We wish only to access the network, communicate with the teammates, and regroup with them. And why should I give a crap to help? Screw with back where I came from. We will pay for your help. Your words carry such strength and confidence. Don't go thinking that we'll give you a discount because you are working for the non-military forces administration. Facing Klukai's unyielding attitude, Dimitri lifts an eyebrow and switches to a cantankerous tone. It's true that the signal is pretty weak, so even if you want to use the military's line, we'll need to use special signal boosters. So, fees for the use of our equipment and line, maintenance fees, compensation for borrowing equipment and hence causing us trouble, and deposit for lending equipment and... Name your price. Dimitri makes a hand gesture. Through the shady at your uncle. Why didn't you change careers and be an underground broker? Pay if you can, piss off if you can't. Deal. What? It's not just Mechti. A flash of surprise runs across Dimitri's face as well. Give me account details. It's definitely a private one, right? Let me make this clear. This is a dedicated line for the URNC regular survey call, so you better watch what you say while using it. If we find out you're contacting suspicious people, I will revoke your access. Don't blame all me then. As irregular as we are, we don't have to rely on borrowed vehicles to transport supplies like you people. What would dolls like you know? This is called reasonable allocation and usage of civilian resources. With so much trouble happening all over the world now, we'd be skeletons eating sand if we all waited for the UNC's official vehicles. And these are the decisions of a top brass. What right do you have to criticize us? You guys, send them what they need. Hey Leith, thank you for the 5-stream streak. How you doing? Copy that. Subordinate beside Dimitri nods, then starts working on the trade. Klukai's communicator rings. Received. Shortly after, Dimitri's communicator rings as well. After taking a glance at the balance on his account, Dimitri closes the interface irritably. Alright. It's in. Take what you want and scram. Stop being an eyesore over here. Pocketing a communicator, the two dolls turn towards the exit of the camp. After leaving the Survey Corps camp, Klukai immediately establishes communications with Andorus and Belka. Belka's voice and production appears immediately. Big sis, I was so worried about you. I'm doing alright. Just enjoying myself with the story here, even though that military asshole is a massive bastard. I thought we'd see each other soon, but suddenly we lost contact with you. That was so torturous. We kept being unable to contact you two. Belka was so anxious she was about to run off on her own to start a wide area search. That's because I can't live without Big Sis. I will say that in GFL 1 she was not this obsessed. Yeah.
わかったから
Knock it off. It's time for serious
本題に入
discussion.
るわよ予定した集落
Have you
に
two
は着いた
successfully reached the designated settlement? We have, but not smoothly.
順調
Andres wears an expression of worry, yet she touches her face relaxedly.
私たちも
Our signal died off on our way here, even though Dia specifically equipped us with signal amplifying receivers before our departure.
レールにでも
Our luck was decent, however, and we weren't attacked by an unknown mechs or elites after the loss of signal.
には遭遇
We used the sun's position, wind direction, and landscape to navigate using the static map, so we didn't get lost on our way.
から方向を分析できたおかげで集落に着いた
After reaching the settlement, we borrowed the network from the residents. We've been trying to contact you ever since.
ずっと連絡がつくか試してた
へえ
Well, that's
なか
something
な
for you
か
too.
様になっ
A space where we sit, so happy.
クルカイ隊長の訓
It's
練
all thanks to the various types of training lead that Klukai arranges for us in peacetime.
それに比べ
Now,
て
compared to you two, I'm a useless all over here who can only complain and want in the back seat.
騒ぐな
There she is, sleeping away. Probably while standing. Mechty has taken the opportunity to switch to sleeping with an unbelievable speed while they were talking. Watching the unambitious Mechty, Klukai lets out a sigh.
朝から晩まで
Oh, she wants us to sleep all day. It's good to let her rest for a bit. Mechty must have been tired after going on such a long journey.
こいつ
The more you speak of her, the worse she
甘やか
gets.
すつもりに乗るわよ
The more you speak for her, the worse she gets. After placing a makeshift pillow of clothes on the Mechty's head, Klukai ultimately allows her to continue her slumber.
アンドリス
Andres,
了解
Belka, head immediately to the location I just sent you.
すぐに来てここの調査
The
隊の
Cervical
様
here
子
seem
が
to
お
be
かしいが
experiencing strange difficulties here.
辺りの環
Might be
境
due
変
to
化
the
や
changed environment
パラデンス
conditions
の
at the
行動と
movements of Paradise
何
around
か
this
関係
region.
私とミシティ
I
は
will remain here with
このま
Mechty
ま
to
調査
start
を続ける
investigation.
わ
Got it?
分かった
それと
Before I forget,
これについて
here's something I want you to help
調べてみて
investigate. Klukai sends over footage and images he had taken over to Andorus. Huh? What's this?
これ
ロレンの物資
They
補
say
給
this is
車
a
らし
supply
いけど
transfer from the Uran Sea, but the insignia is different from what we've seen before. In addition, it was followed by a number of armed personnel.
このエリアの
Are you suspicious that they are involved with with the strange happenings in this region?
今はまだなんとも
Suspicious might be too strong a word, but it's good to be prepared.
分かった
I see.
通信状況を
Maintain a good connection and
何かあ
comms.
ったらすぐ
Tell
に
us if
連
you're
絡
on
して
to any trouble.
了解
Understood? After ending the communication, Klukai finally has some time to herself. She opens a message interface. As expected, there is no message from that particular person. Klukai understands that she would definitely hear about it if they had met and ends, so if they don't respond, they're safe. With this line of thought, Klukai pockets a communicator. Until suddenly, at some point, the goddamn Elmo just drives on in. With Andor's information, Klukai can confirm that the underground brokers network used by 404 is completely down, so she decides to contact Dier for an arrangement. After communicating the situation with Dier, he unexpectedly bears a face of resignation. The underground brokers network is completely down. I know. I heard about the signal issues from Andor's as well.
それで
And what do you plan to do now that you've heard
ど
about
う
it?
解決するの
Let me just do something again. Four uses network services provided by underground brokers when operating in contamination zones. My responsibility is door maintenance, not base station repair. Well, not this time, buddy. This time around, you're just gonna have to do what you're told. I have no power over the fact that the base stations are rarely repaired and maintained, okay?
なんですって
What? Don't stare at me with such a scary expression. It's really not that I'm lazy to help. Your missions are already pretty close to a red zone for starters, and with the hostile environment combined with little money from very little people in this area, it's natural that the underground brokers can't and don't maintain this place very much.
だったら奴ら
Then
に
trot them
修
for
理させよ
repairs. Did that a long time ago. But don't you understand those people? tell them this month, and they reply in the next, then it'll take another month to complete the repair. I'll contact them again and see if I can solve the issue by giving them more money or some technical support. But I just want to make things clear. I cannot guarantee how long this will take to repair. No one knows how this will go. It's best if you continue borrowing the survey call signal if you need it. The thought of having to continue cooperating with these soldiers irritates Klukai. At this moment, a comms request from Underus appears in a visual interface. In any case, make sure to restore the signal as soon as possible, no matter what methods you use. Unless the underground brokers want me to visit them on their doorstep. Wow, scary. I have other things to take care of. This is it for now. Klukai switches over to Underus' comms request. The sounds of gunfire and the roars of elites can be heard through the comms. Leader, we've been attacked by a large number of elites. Please assist. Safety fixes. Underus' jeep couldn't crush them all. Acknowledged. Keep moving in the same direction and sync your locations with me every now and then. Remember, focus on evasion and don't overexert yourselves before reinforcements arrive. Understood. Understood. After confirming the coordinates, Klukai secures the sleeping Mechty on the motorbike's backseat before hitting the gas. Driving on the open wilds, the bumpy ride finally managed to wake up Mechty. Well, who am I? Where am I? Why did you do the seatbelts this way? Shut up and raise your gun. Clear the elites blocking our path. Then undo the seatbelt for me, I can't move! It's time to nuke the entire map again, it seems. Move quickly. Anders and the team need support. Hey look, we can deploy support again. Box of explosives and even a turret. Imagine firing a G11 in full auto. Imagine firing a G11. Up. Please just capable of that. Where she gets the ammo's beyond me. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Who the fuck makes that caseless ammunition in this universe is definitely a question worth asking. It's time for kaboom. Again. I can actually reach all of them, but that would be boring. I would just reach 2 of them. Or 3, I guess. I really like the progression, like the infectious explosion here. It's completely overpowered. As long as an enemy is like 2 tiles within an enemy you've hit, they're just gonna get exploded as well. Under this, it's fixes. That's great. We're here, leader Klukai. Hearing the shots from the comms channel, Mechty scratches her head. Not a big deal. Could someone acknowledge my existence for once? To all Hide 4-4 members, commence the elimination operation. Objective, eliminate all attacking elites. Acknowledged. I'll be sure to get it done. It's more kaboom. Yep. This is gonna be another one of those where it's just gonna be done immediately. You know, just to have a change of pace, I'll use a different doll. Hey, I can put on tank traps. Yippee! Look at that. Concrete barricades.
了解
Kill them all. Litara. No survivors.
どうってことないわ
And all dead. Oh, now we wait out the turn.
訓練の成果ね
And now we just do this.
ハンデをあげる
Bop. Bop. Bop.
まだ終わってない
I accidentally flattened Wawa. Macchiato was... I dropped the fucking watchtower on her. We'll be sure to trap any nearby tanks. It'll break up waves too, improving the lifespan of any coastal walls. Yeah. Fix this. Quay. Right after the last bullet ends, they finally lit. Belka jumps off the boulder and rapidly sprints to where Klukai is.
どいて
Stop. This was my plan, not my preparation. I've long prepared for a hug and tears and laughter of the long-awaited reunion between sisters.
訓練通りに
Is that why you did not operate according to how you were trained and insisted in rushing into a mass of elites?
違う
No, I was spooked by the elites.
怖くてパニックになっちゃうでもお姉ちゃんがいて
Good
くれ
thing we
て
have Sis Klukai. Sis Klukai is so cool.
撃ち漏ら
Go on
した
patrol with
生き
Matey
物がい
to
ない
see if
か
there's any more elites
見
if
せ
we
てい
messed
たあ
up.
たり
Eh.
拠点に戻され
Go
た
now
く
if
な
you don't want me
か
to
った
send you back to the
さっさと行きな
outpost.
うーん
Evading Belka's reluctant puppy gaze, Klukai turns towards Andros, who has just walked over.
どうなってるの
Why are you so careless? You've
生き
disturbed too
物
many
がこれ
elites.
だけ集無駄な衝突は
Before we set off, I
避けろと言った
reminded you
はず
too
な
how
の
to
に
minimize any contact with the elites.
私たちの
We
目
need to
的は
investigate
パラデ
Paradeus,
ウスの
not
調
perform
査
environmental work.
行き
ごめんなさい
There weren't so many at first, but
気を
Andros shows the data records that she has on hand.
生き袋の群れが
Even though we tried our best to adjust our route, these elites seem to actually be heading in the direction we want to go,
まる
so it
で
became
私
impossible
たち
to
と
evade
同
them.
じ方
どういうこと
What? Send me the data.
今送るね
G11 noises. Got it. After skimming the data, Kluka feels that there's something off, but she doesn't manage to think of any implications.
ひとまずこの件は
Forget
置い
about
て
that
お
now
く
for
と
now.
して
Do you have any results from the
Huh?
investigation I asked you to perform?
ちゃんと調べたよ
Yes. According to the gathered intel, the insignia you had photographed belongs to the Mangi Security Service.
マグニセキュリティっていう PMC のものだね
There it is again. Are we gonna meet the angry red-haired lady again? Are we gonna blow her up for good? A private company and PMC registered within the wide zones.
PMC?
A PMC,
そう
correct.
業務
The
範囲
website states that the business scope includes, but isn't limited to material transport, escort services, etc., etc.
社員はおよそ
The number around
2000
2,000, and the activity spanned from green zones to yellow zones.
Z から始まる
The
デー
data
タが
starting with Z in the names, a record of some recent commissions they've taken on, but this is not comprehensive due to permission issues.
セスト&ファルベングループ
Secht FABN?
これが主な取引
Is
先
that the main client? Transactions between them take up more than 85% of the commissions.
私も気になって
Indeed. I noticed that
この
too,
グ
which
ル
is
ー
why I
プに
collected
関す
some
る
info
情報
about that
を
group.
集めてみたの
続けて
Continue. Got it. Witnessing the information of initial speculation, Andres organizes her thoughts and continues.
セシュト&ファルベン
Secht FABN is a German-French pharmaceutical conglomerate.
大手医
Part
療
of the
科学
business
グルー
involves
プ
working with some UNC departments and
一部の
agencies.
普段の輸送
The
業務は
conglomerate's transport missions
基
are
本
usually
的には
entrusted to the
マグ
Mangi
ニセ
Security
キュリテ
Service.
ィに任せ
今時 PMC なんて珍しくもない
There are
し
tons of PMCs out there in the world, and they're many way bigger than Mangi Security.
セスト&ファルベンが
What's Secht FABN's reason for choosing them?
多分
I believe the reason would be this. As she spoke, Andres sent another set of data to Klukai.
セスト&ファルベンが
This conglomerate is the main shareholder of the Mangi Security Service. Although I have not found the exact contract papers, but according to some past records from say Aphelion, there was once a security department with the same name as Monkey Security Service, headed by the same legal representative of the current company. A security department splitting off to become its own company. No wonder they work so closely. This organization split happened likely due to tax considerations. A pretty common move in the green and white zones. Right. You said they were working with the UNC research department. Correct. Mainly on the supply and development of some medicine. Could they really be just transporting medicine? Andres, contact Leva and see if you can find any relevant, find the relevant transfer orders. I've already done that. According to what information Leva has for now, the Environmental Survey Corps commissioned by the central UNC government really did send a request for high-efficacy medicine a few days back. But this kind of work does not fall under the jurisdiction of the non-military force administration, so it is hard to know the exact reason why they have not asked regular force transport in favor of PMCs. Yeah. That's all the intel I have for now. Since I can only make relatively superficial judgments to assist and pre-screen the information, I will later send all that we have to level 2 for further verification, Leader Klukai. What's going on? The volume, accuracy and precision of your short-term intel gathering has improved significantly compared to before. Your process has become more rigorous, and you've also been slowly developing your own ability to make judgments. Kluka turns her head after noticing Andres' smile. You pass. I'll make sure to catch up faster. When I catch up to everyone, will Leader Kluka become happier? Don't get too carried away. Okay. I thought it's Kluka just as they end the topic of the conversation. Belka? Yeah, what can I do for you, Big Sis? Hearing Kluka's voice, the patrolling Belka rushes back. Wake up the one sleeping on the rocks. It's time to move. Alright, off I go. Kluka looks towards Andres as Belka runs off. You and Belka will be in the same jeep just like before. I'll be with Mehdi. Other than that, make sure to connect to this military line that we borrowed from the Survey Corps. The civilian signal here is too unstable. Acknowledged. By the way, Leader Kluka. What? The winds and collapse radiation levels are changing. I'm afraid the collapse storm is about to start up again. Yes, of course. Make sure to get back in the settlement as soon as possible. Don't waste time on the road. As Height 4 reaches less than a kilometer away from the settlement, Andres' voice comes up from level 2. Leader Kluka, we just received an SOS signal and comms request from an unknown party. It seems that we are under the same network, according to the IP address. Should we answer? Yes. Transfer the comms request over to me. Upon accepting the comms request, a familiar booming male voice rings out from within a sea of noise. This is the 3762nd platoon of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps of the Neo-Soviet Union Neo-Soviet Union District Environmental Purification Project under the UNC Contamination Zone Management and Recovery Administration. I am First Sergeant Dimitri. Please respond if you hear me. Please respond if you hear me. That is such a long fucking name. What's going on? He's momentarily shocked upon hearing Kluka's voice. Why you again? I can't care too much about that right now. Are you a few still around? We need backup now. Our partnership is over. Damn the partnership or whatever. There's no time to talk crap with you now. There's a Boojum and Edith attacking the settlement. We can't hold off we can't hold it off much longer, even with the PMC's help. If you're really dolls who can think rather than just follow order-following machines, you'll know what to do. How many of them? What's the brief registration number and name of the Boojum? At least 30 level 3 units. Unable to determine registration number and name of the Boojum, but its danger level is at least level 4 and above. Yes, of course. As she clearly cuts the comms, Kluka issues an order through the level 2 to all of Hide 4-4. Attention to all members of 4-4 Team 1. Prepare for combat and maintain level 2 communications at all times. Keep driving towards your current direction with additional haste. Mechty and I will contact the enemy in 1 minute. Anders and Belka will provide cover fire from the back. Acknowledged. I'll listen to Big Sis. What's happening? Are you fighting? Who are we fighting? Abojam. What? Abojam! That's super dangerous! I might activate Plan B at any moment if the need comes. Make sure you get ready for it. Are you stringing me along again? Leader, I can see the battlefield. One does not need Andros to see that the intense gunfire and screams that signal a fierce upcoming battle. The armed forces and mechs surrounding a single large Bujam. The rifle rounds do not seem to do any real damage against its hardened skin. The storm throws up yellow sand, making the small buildings of the settlement in the distance seem even more dilapidated and brittle. The Bujam waves its thick and sturdy limbs around, toppling it over a heavy jeep with ease. The men in the jeep who have no time to escape are buried for eternal sleep in this dangerous wilderness, before they can even scream. Hey, that Bujam looks a little too ferocious. We can't beat it, Klukai. We should run. Kluka takes a deep breath, getting ready to press the button. However, she's a little hesitant. Wait a minute, Leader Klukai. What's going on? According to battlefield intel, Mechty? Andorra's voice again stutters. The amount and complexity of battlefield information almost overwhelming her to the point of crashing. But line after line of battle intel continues to successfully be transmitted to Klukai through level 2. After quickly processing the information from Andorras, Klukai roughly understands what she means. This Bujam has reached the point where regular weapons won't be able to hurt it at all. Even if we press the button to turn on a switch, Mechty won't be able to damage it even if with the increased rate of fire and movement speed. Oh. I see. The button is the power box from GFR1. That ridiculously increases her performance and then puts her to sleep for a bit. Andorras returns to normal once the data transmission is over. And even more reason not to go. Does it mean we'll never be able to deal with this big guy? So, why don't we try the new combat program that Dia developed? I prodded him to install it for me before we left. The external equipment is in the boot. Are you sure it'll work? According to the test records, we can surely try. But to use it, we will have to borrow Mechty's power and use about 120 seconds for loading and calibration. Also, the process won't be able to stop once it starts. We only have one chance. Mechty, retreat and find Andorras. Belka, you and Mechty should help Andorras find a good place to shoot from and ensure her safety in the meantime. Use your free time to help the front line in eliminating elites. I'll be sure to get it done. How about you? I'll fight it on the front lines. That's so dangerous. They will need enough firepower to pin down the Bujam. If the front line breaks this early, it's all over. Then I'll go with Big Sis. Follow my orders. Remember your own mission. But you can trust her, Belka. Big Sis Kluka is super powerful, don't you remember? Watch over my bike carefully. I'll come after you. I'll come after all of you if it gets broken. Kluka heads towards the battlefield and finds Demetrius currently commanding the battle. Order your soldiers in the PMC to prioritize containing the Bujam. Cordon it off in a circular area with a 50-meter wide radius. As for the elites, ignore them unless they threaten to break the blockade. I'll find the time to take them out. Also, send me your regional comms password. You want this and you want that. What's your circle brain thinking? That thing's skin too thick and we can't kill it even if we circle it, you get it? Shut up if you know you can't beat it. 4-4 has the firepower to deal with some severe damage. All you have to do is cooperate. Demetrius stares at Klukai. After confirming that she isn't messing with him at all, he turns and presses the button on his comms device. All 5 teams, listen up. Lock down the Bujam in a 50-meter radius, 110 meters from my 3 o'clock. Stop targeting the Elite trash. I repeat, contain the Bujam in a radius of 50 meters. The target location is 110 meters from my 3 o'clock. Get moving. The formation starts moving orderly once the order is received. Dimitri puts on his comms device and squints at Klukai.
アクセスキーだ
Here's the access key. You better succeed.
404正
Nightfall 4 never goes back on the word. Oh dear. Good job, keep it up.
どいて
Well. Eliminate at least 3 enemy units, but there's only 1? Okay. Do I have to wait until it spawns another one so I don't fail that part? Terror Horn Camera. Or was that still the objective for? No. 2 enemy units within the first 3 turns. Where? What? Where's that spider thing supposed to be?
訓練の成果ね進歩は必須よ
Yeah, that'll just outright kill the damn thing. Wee.
どうってことないわ
I can't do that.
いつでもどうぞ
No, you can maybe attack it.
作戦を遂行
正しい選択だね
Can you weaken it without killing it? No.
承知しました
Stop. I have to wait another turn. Where?
正しい選択だね
進歩は必須よお申し付けを
Yeah, it takes some
喜ん
damage.
で
正しい選択だね
作戦を遂行
I did too much damage. I didn't pay attention. Cutscene though. See the guy? The weapon is loading smoothly.
あと1分で
We'll
発
be
射
ready
で
to
きる
fire in about 1 minute.
了解他
So
の
with
ことは
that,
いい
ignore everything else.
あんたは射撃に専念
Just
し
focus on getting the shot in. Understood?
言われた通りに
Been down the region. Can you guys hurry up?
それか知らねえが早くしろ
My men can't do this all day. Well, that man's dead. That man's dead. Ooh, he's not dead.
あと35秒
35 seconds more. Hang in there. Give 35 seconds.
30
30.
25
25.
20
20. Another one dead. Probably more than one. Bonk.
フルカイ隊長
15 more
あと
seconds.
15秒13秒
Go for 13 seconds.
12
12, 11, 10, 9. Don't let it go anywhere. Watch your firing position in the northeast. Fill in the openings. That's some dangerous rocket tracking. If my rockets flew that way, I'd be very concerned. He's fucking running.
5秒前
5 more seconds.
5 4
3, 2. Yeah, that's gonna be a rock ball. Did it just bury itself? Fucking Kluka ninja jumping away up there. All units prior to sending the wounded to the garrison camp for treatment. The rest of you clean up the battlefields. Count up the casualties and see if any of those machines can be restored to working order. Most importantly, find me the team leader of the PMC. Dimitri viciously kicks a broken machine near his feet after silencing his comms. PMC, goddamn Mangi security service. That's reliable and secure as Babushka's leaking ass. On the other hand, Hyde 4-4's 3 other members rush over to under orders from Klukai.
惜しかったね
What a pity. We almost got it.
人間たちがヘマしなければ
If the humans didn't drop the ball, I bet that Bujin would be lying dead now.
来るかい隊長
Neither Klukai.
あんた
It's
の
not
せい
your
じゃない
fault.
わ
I still feel
で
sorry
もや
about
っぱ
this.
り悔しいあのブージャムもう
Hopefully
襲っ
that
て
Bujin
こ
will
な
never
いとい
attack
いけど
settlements again. Andres looks worldly in the direction of the Bujin escaped.
アンドリスの
I
あ
think
れ
Andres brought along is way too
すご
powerful.
い威力
Could
だったね
be having some kind of hidden propensity for violence.
ミシティ
Mechti, Belka, you two should head back to the settlement first and wait orders.
アンドリス
Andres, go have a look at why there was an unaccounted explosion just now. Look at the bunch of Survey Corps soldiers gathering around this chunk of Bujin torso. Luka puts a gun away.
あっちの様子
I'll
を
go
見て
have a
くる
look.
わ
Imagine trying to rope a beast that size with a pickup truck and it doesn't even look like a Toyota Hilux. Yeah, he probably is still dead because, I mean, maybe, right? No way. Is this what I think it is?
いや間違いないだろ
I've informed Sergeant Dimitri. He'll be here shortly. Going past the shocked soldiers, Kluka sees spots of silvery white light shining from underneath a bloody mess. Viewing at a different angle, Kluka realizes that this shine comes from a piece of metal. A piece of metal protrudes from a broken stump, its surface already covered with some crystals due to the effects of collapse radiation.
ドッグタグ
Dog tags. Kluka attempts to come closer for confirmation, but Dimitri, who has rushed over upon hearing the news, picks it up immediately upon seeing it.
どけ
All of you, get out of the way! Dimitri swipes off the residue on the protective suits, then looks at the words carved on the piece of metal for 2 seconds before keeping it.
どいつもこいつも何ジロジロ
What are you all doing here surrounding it? Do you think you have nothing to do? Hold your asses and get your jobs done! The soldiers disperse, but Kluka remains.
なんだ
Got nothing better to
暇そう
do.
だな
ローレンのタグ
Are those dog tags from the
文
UNC?
字は見えなかった
I
け
didn't
ど
see what's on it clearly.
もしかして路
Did it
線
belong to the Great
防
Wall
衛
Railway Force?
あのブージャム
Did this Bujum
あんたの仲間を食
consume
べ
your
たの
people before?
さあなだとしてもお前には関係ね
No comments. This is within our mission jurisdiction.
えだが
However, Dimitri stops and after a bit of struggle turns towards her and gives a formal military salute.
第7環境調査隊と集落を代表して協力に感謝する
On behalf of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps and the settlement's residents, I thank Hyde 44 for assisting us. No need.
いいのよ
After staring at the spot where the dog tag once was, Kluka accepts his thanks calmly. She turns and walks towards Andres, who's waiting a short distance away after finishing intel gathering. Not far away, the Survey Corps have concluded their post-combat tally. Personnel responsible runs to Dimitri. Reporting, sir. Our losses are calculated at 32%. The questioning of Mangi security services concluded. They indicate that the offending vehicle was attacked by elites before the recent battle, causing the fuel tank to have a small crack in it. There was no opportunity to fix it, causing it to lose control and explode during the previous battle. A dude snuck away, or tried to snuck the fuck away. Yes, of course. Help me call the warrant officer. Acknowledged. After a minute of waiting, the comms request is accepted. There's the... I hate this name. This is the 3,762nd platoon of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps of the Neo-Soviet Union District Environmental Purification Project under the UNC Contamination Zone Management and Recovery Administration. I am First Sergeant Dimitri, here to make a routine report. How's progress? After 3 days of travel, we have reached the target settlement and met with the forward troops medical team. He does need to show this one. It's all one sentence too. It's like there is no punctuation in there anyway. Just all this up until here. It's just one thing. He's not even saying anything. It's just like, I am this person from this thing. Yeah. During our march, we completed a preliminary survey of the region's environment. The specific details will be sent in the form of an email. The samples will be brought back at the end of our mission. Good work. Continue with the mission. Sir, in my judgment, a temporary halt should be put on the survey mission and reinforcements need to be sent. I believe that the service should only continue when we have received reinforcements. Explain your reasoning. We encountered a Bujum with at least threat level 4 at the settlement, and we've been unable to identify the registration number of it. One of the stumps broken off it contains the dog tags from personal registered as MIA. Since the dog tags are here, they are presumably... Dimitri falls silent, regrets his teeth and pushes on to complete the sentence. Presumably dead. Comms falls into a moment of silence. I will report it to the upper brass and call for reinforcements. However, you have to continue on with the mission. We can't deal with the level 4 Bujum with how weak our current forces are. Only more than 10 of our brothers in arms are never going home again. There's no completing the mission with this little people. You can't be telling me to lead them to their deaths. Noticing he has lost control of his emotions, Dimitri steadies himself. My apologies, sir. What I meant was, we need stronger support and reinforcements to ensure mission completion. Otherwise, the only result of waiting is unwarranted losses. I understand your feelings, First Sergeant Dimitri. But we cannot put a halt to the construction of the Intercontinental Railway in this region. Once the rerouting is confirmed, new plans have been completed urgently. Every piece of environmental information you gather, every batch of land that you survey, and every base station that you establish will have significant and far-reaching impacts. Continue with your mission. This will help facilitate progress once the reinforcements reach you. I will dispatch personnel for your reinforcements ASAP. Yes, sir. I eagerly await your next report. After ending the communication, Dimitri notices that the soldiers around him are carrying strange expressions. Let it out if you're feeling afraid. It's a very abnormal emotion to feel. Those who aren't afraid are inhuman. Be a machine. So, that is a Bujum. One attack back when we go regarding the Great Wall Railway. If we didn't receive support from the outpost garrison, it would have rushed in on top of the entire Great Railway train. I know. He lets out a heavy sigh. Password to the cooks. Break out the goods and cook up something decent tonight. Families of our fallen brothers will be taken care of in the best possible way. I will apply for them and ensure it. Okay. That's all. Go do what you have to. Maybe you could head back with us, sir. Later. I'll check again to see if we missed anything. The storm continues, but dusk is approaching. As the setting sun paints a deep red over this broken, desolated land, Dimitri squeezes the found dog tags. Despite being isolated by the thick protective suits, he can almost feel the hardness and lifeless cold that belongs only to metal. For a long time, he simply looks towards the wilderness in front of him without speaking a single word. The walls respond only with the sound of boundless wind. Dimitri hesitates for a moment, and without regard of anything at all, yanks off his protective mask and spits hard on the ground.
最悪の気分だぜ。
Fucking suffocating.
ちゃんと戦力配置を考えれば勝利への道は開かれる。
Wait, I need to do that again. I did too much damage. Let's quickly run through that again. Yeah. Can't deal damage to it. Actually, hang on. Bob. And turn again. Did you go through the target mode thing yet? No. I have not. Where do I find it? Because I'm like about to reach the last story chapter. Hey, look, we can kill. Because I needed to kill 2 enemies. Hey, look, it's dead. Oh, that was just one tap by foot. It was called boundary push. Yeah, by the way, I only skipped through that because I already read it all. I just accidentally killed the enemy too early before there was a second target. So let me quickly go through the last story chapter of this, and then I can go and check. But no, I have not gone through that yet. Hyde 44 is temporarily camping out in the... Actually, let me drink something first. My throat is hurting. How are you doing, Domiko? Hyde 44 is temporarily camping out in the abandoned dwellings of the settlement. Look at the contact's lever to report on the progress. As Luca stares at the relaxed but attentive eyes of Lever through her comms, her neurocloud wanders out of the present and into the memories of the years past. You want to hide your hair just to be a guard? What are you going? A military? Where are you going? A military academy? Oh, how could that be? It's just a measure to blend in and be low-key, okay? Have a look, 416. Don't I look kinda cool? Luca remembers even now, the day UMP-45 set off on a long-term mission at the Non-Military Forces Administration, pulling her suit straight and somewhat comically swishing a shaggy head of the hair that she was not used to. It seemed as if it would fly off her head the next second. UMP-9 and G11 stand alongside. Their countenances troubled. It would be better and more convenient for dolls to simply switch to another body, yet the members of Squad 44 stayed silent on the matter. After 45 left for a while, 9 was also temporarily hired by Kalina, leaving only 2 members of at the 404 base. Following a period of struggle, the elite doll known as 416 took over as leaders of Squad 44. It wasn't a struggle. Yeah, I get it, I get it. It wasn't a struggle. We saw when 416 wanted to take over in GF01. It did not quite go to plan, but we know that 45 did want her to be the leader. Although she had gotten her long-cherished wish, the circumstances under which it was achieved were far from satisfying. In the time that followed, Squad 44 underwent personal expansion and structural adjustments. The once awkward attire gradually became a perfect fit for the doll now known as Lever, as if she had always belonged there. Abnormal elite symptoms, attacks from an unknown faction, unregistered view jumps. At first, Kluka felt disturbed and annoyed every time she saw Lever in her suit, but as time went on, Lever proved to her that UMP-45 had never left 404. Of course, her more unsavory personality traits were simply buried further down. What an exciting mission! Stop it with your lame jokes. Oh my, I was simply trying to lighten up your expression. As for Neurocloud management and creating a nice atmosphere, you have much more to learn, from Andres and the others, dear leader Klukai.
あれは管理
This
じ
is
ゃ
no
なくて
management,
怠慢
they're
よ
just slacking off. Klukai looks towards the other 3 members in the team with no pleasure on her face. Mehdi, having received a new travel kit, is fast asleep. Andres is maintaining a beloved gun, while Belka is holding a communicator, watching it intently.
任務に進
There
展
hasn't
が
been
ないって
any
いう
progress on
の
the
に
mission yet, they're also
揃
happy.
いも揃ってのんき
疑問点はいくつ
Didn't you guys manage to find quite a number of questionable things?
ペースが遅
It's
す
still
ぎ
too
るのよ
slow.
パラデウスにつながりそうな
What
も
we
の
have
は
found
ない
cannot be
し
connected directly to
振り出しに
Paradeus.
戻ったも
It wouldn't be an
同然だ
exaggeration to say that our mission is progress is at 0.
そう悲観的
Don't
に
be
な
so
らないで
pessimistic. I did manage to find out a few things for you.
アンドリスに
Remember how Andres contacted me to ask about the reinforcements? I went ahead and found a few things on my own.
全ては
We have results now. Everything points to the Intercontinental Railway.
そうみたいね
Indeed. I've also managed to glean some information from the soldiers.
まずあんた
The original plan was to finish construction on this line 3 years ago, but construction work only began around 1 year back. Since the environment changes constantly in the Yellow Zone, and survey technology was not as advanced as it is today, they missed out on information required to complete the planned construction on time.
見落としがあったの
A slip-up.
そう
Correct. A serious soil erosion caused the ground to collapse with a boom during the construction of a particular section, causing the tirelessly laid tracks to go kaput as well.
ところが
Since the URNC places great importance upon the construction of the intercontinental railways, the person in charge hits this incident from heli.
無意味
It is
な
a
こと
fruitless endeavor.
そうなんだ
Exactly. It was exposed about a month ago.
責任者の
Rumor has it that the related departments have half the managers replaced, you know?
それで
And then,
新しい責
the
任者
newly
の
minted manager was put under the pressure to work overtime, creating a bunch of different plans overnight, and then dispatching different teams to survey different sections of the planned areas.
でも
Because the Environmental Survey Corps were already busy with the pre-existing survey missions and could not deal with this large amount of newfound work, soldiers serving the purification zones near the planned route were seconded to work as part of the Environmental Survey Corps.
あんたたちが出会った部隊
The soldiers you encountered must be the ones coming from the purification zone.
そうね、でもパラ
So where's the
デウスと
connection
何の
with
関係
Paradeus and all this?
おやおや
Oh my, why Luca's thought process is still so rigid?
あんたこそ
Stay it straight and stop being so eccentric and ambiguous about it.
知ってるわよね
You all know it already, Luca. There's something going on with the abnormal radiation levels, the Survey Corps losing contact with some soldiers, and having an absurdly high number of the infected.
当たり前でしょ
Also no, but none of this points directly to the actions of Paradeus.
調査隊員の
The unknown Boojums might be behind the Survey Corps losing contact with some of the soldiers.
もしパラデウス
What if I told you that the intel seems to show Paradeus conducting strange radiation-related experiments in the red and yellow zones?
それでも偶
Would
然
you still think everything is a coincidence now?
私の考えなんて
What
ど
I
うで
think
も
is
いい
not
わ
is not important.
あんたの方
Aren't
こ
you
そ
still at the guessing stage after all the speculation?
そりゃそうよ
Isn't that normal?
実際に現地
The
で
person responsible for investigating all these clues is Klukai, after all.
できれば
Please hurry
もっ
up.
とペースを上げてほしいんだ
あんたね
You haven't forgotten, have you? The reason we've been delayed for so long is because the information you provided in the commission was inconsistent with the situation on the ground and unreliable signals of Hyde 44, right?
あら
Oh my, you didn't lose your temper this time.
バカバカしい
I can't be bothered to waste my time with you. Klukai brings the topic back on track after thinking for a bit.
アクシデントの
Due
連
to
続
the
で
accidents that occurred during this mission, 44 has used up more energy and ammunition than expected. The environmental conditions and the threats of unknown forces make it difficult to
ど
predict
んな
the
リ
risk
スク
level
に
of
直
future
面する
threats.
か分かったもんじゃないこんな任
Do
務
we really have to
続け
continue
る
this
必要
mission?
ある
あるでしょうね
I'm afraid so.
パラデウスは
Paradeus is known to be quite elusive, so every piece of intel on them should be investigated and verified ASAP.
だからって
This does not mean we should proceed haphazardly.
そう言うだろうと
Yes,
思って
yes, that's why I've also considered reinforcements. I even specifically dispatched 2 additional teams for support.
ちなみに
They're Klukai's old acquaintances, by the way.
知ってる人た
Acquaintances.
ち
Klukai lags for a second, then her face darkens.
まさか
You can't be talking about the Survey Corps.
ビンゴ
Bingo!
リバ
Leave her!
やはり
Alright, it's best if I explain this. On the other end of the comms, Kalina pats Leave on the and turns the camera towards her.
お久しぶりです
It's been a long time, Klukai.
ええ
Hmm.
今回は
I'm sorry that inaccurate intel has caused trouble for you and your team.
大きな損
There
害
was no
がな
major
かったし
losses. No need to be so formal. Faced with Kalina's sincere apology, Klukai instead begins to feel uncomfortable.
でも
However, I still don't feel that cooperating with the Survey Corps is a wise decision.
少なくとも
But at least they can be trusted. According to what intel I have on hand, this much is undoubtedly true.
なぜそう思うの
Are you sure?
調査隊と合
After
流
we
して
met up with them,
不明勢力
we were
から
never
の襲
attacked again by
撃
the
を
mechs
や
of
んだ
unknown origin.
はい
Hmm. This is where I found my first guesses as to where those mechs came from.
情報によ
It
れ
was reported that there are other armed powers assisting Paradeus, so the disappearance of some UNC survey corps may not be as simple as how it looks at present.
パラデウス
So
が
Paradeus
新
has
しい
found a
協
new
力者を見
collaborator.
つけた
そうな
Very likely.
あなた方に
So please, investigate this link. It would be best to find some concrete evidence.
調査隊は
Since the UNC Environmental Survey Corps were ahead of us in investigating this area of the lands, they have paid a huge price. In the days to come, the UNC will need to send more personnel here if this is where the Intercontinental Railway passes through.
路連制
They may obtain or already possess information that we don't know yet.
安全面や
No matter how you look at it from a safety or intel perspective, the best way forward is to work with the Survey Corps for the
現
moment.
状における最適
だからって
Will the Survey Corps
調
agree
査
to work
隊が
together
協
though?
力404
Well,
を信用
they
して
obviously
ると
distrust
は到底
404.
思えない
Since they have conveniently sent out a request for reinforcements, I did a little something for 404 to become their forward aids before the main reinforcements arrive.
関連書類は
The relevant documents should have already been sent to both of your inboxes.
さすが
You sure were
手が
fast.
早いわね
あなた方をサ
I
ポー
want
ト
to do my
する
best
の
to
が
provide convenience for you guys.
カリーナ
Kalina,
リ
I
バみ
suggest
た
you
いな
avoid
やつと
interacting
距
with
離
Lever
を置
too
いた
much.
方がいいわよ
Hearing what Klukai has said, Kalina flashes a cheeky smile from her Griffin days, while Lever shrugs.
それと
Right. To prevent any unexpected complications, keep the matter of investigating Paradeus a secret barring any special circumstances.
分かってる、で
By the way, regarding the other reinforcements that Lever just mentioned, what's their identity? Has the time and location for their rendezvous with Hyde 44 been confirmed?
あ
About that. The booming voice of Dimitri is heard from outside the building, just as Lever was about to answer.
おい
Hey, the machine or something called Klukai, get over here.
あっちも通
Looks like a collaborator has received the news.
造園について
I'll keep the
は
identity of the reinforcements a secret. You'll know when you see them. After ending the comms, Klukai gestures for the members of 4-4 to wait and stand by inside while she steps out alone.
人形が寝ない
Dolls
から
don't
っ
need
て
sleep, yet it still doesn't give you the right to make a ruckus around here.
なんだ
Don't talk that drivel with me.
どうなってやがる
What the hell is this? Why did the brass suddenly request that you join them team?
非軍事
The
勢力
non-military
管理
force
局は
administration belongs to the
世論に
UNC in the
連続
first place. It's not
人員
strange
を
to
融
send
通し
personnel
合
here
う
and
のは
send
当然でしょ
and there in special cases.
同じアルバイト
As a
のくせ
temp
して
worker yourself,
知らな
you're
かった
seriously unaware of it?
メールは
Did you read the contents of the email? Noticing Lucas' puzzled expression, Dimitri starts to taunt her with smartness on his face.
お前ら4
You
人と
four
俺
daughters are
たち
employed
調
under
査
the
隊
survey
は
call, and we
雇用
are the
関係
employer. No!
雇用主はこっちだ言いたいこと
You should understand what that means, right?
つまり
What?
今後はこっち
You'll
の
be
命令
listening
に
to
従
us,
ってもらう
to yours like good dogs, doing what we tell you to. No troublemaking and no backtalk, got it? Kluge closes the interface unhappily after confirming the contents of the email. But at least they can be trusted. Cloud echoed with Kalina's quote. At last, Kluge managed to suppress her resentments.
契約には従
We
う
will
わ
adhere to the agreements.
面倒ごとに関
As
し
for
て
causing
は
trouble,
私
perhaps
たち
it's
よりも
best to worry
自分
about
たちの
yourself
心
before
配
you
した
worry
が
about 4-4. Remember, we move out at 6 in the morning. Don't be too late. Damn. We still don't get a meeting time. I feel sad. I want the commander. I want to see 416's reaction. Oh, Kluka's reaction when she meets the commander again. Meanwhile, Busby is giving a routine report to Cocoon on the road.
味方が目標を
According to the
発見
message
した
we
ようで
received,
す
we have located our target.
おめでとう
Congratulations. You found it after pursuing it for so long.
目標の移動
Its
速
movement
度
speed
は
is 40% faster than
予想の
expected,
40%
and there were some
以上です
errors in estimating the routes,
さらに
causing a
移動
delay
ル
in
ー
the
トの
recovery
計算に
efforts.
誤差
じゃあ
Be
急
sure
が
to
ない
hurry up, okay? Anyway, my reinforcements have been pretty useful, right?
私
Ah,
が
I meant Mangi's security service.
それで
Have they managed to assassinate the targets? If they failed, they should feel bad about the transport commission I worked so hard to secure through my connections.
まだです
No.
ロレンの関
The
係調査
UNC's
隊
environmental
と
survey call and those
4
four
名の
dolls
戦
were
術
present
人
and
形が
would
いたた
affect
め
retrieval, so it was let go.
すでに追ってを手配
However,
してい
I
ま
have
す
dispatched personnel to pursue, so they will definitely be able to eliminate the target
例
region
の
and
ものを
recover
回収
its...
してご覧に
Oh, well, seems good things truly take time. Prioritize retrieval, but be sure to wipe them out if you get the chance, okay? My dear Lord, team leader of battlefield cleanup.
かしこまりました。
Understood.
基地局の破
The
壊は
destruction of the
順調
base
に進
stations
ん
is
でい
proceeding
ます。
smoothly. Soon they lose
ほどな
all
く
means
し
of
て
communication.
敵は彼らの装備に特
Their
筆すべ
equipment
き
is
と
rather
ころ
ordinary.
はありませ
Among the
ん。
security servers armed
マグニ
forces
セ
should
キ
be
ュ
able
リテ
to
ィの
wipe
武
them out
装部
easily,
隊でも
even
た
without my
やす
help.
く排
用心するに
I would like to advise caution, okay? Our current string of problems were all due to underestimating our enemies. Humans are interesting creatures. The more you force them into a corner, the more tenacious they get. Be very careful, and don't get your throat ripped out by wild dogs barking in the corner, okay?
承知いたしました。
Understood.
用
I'll
心
exercise
してまいり
additional
ます。
caution.
それじゃ切るわ
I'll
ね
hang up the comms, okay? Oh dear. I have to talk to our other little friend.
ダーチはも
Dacha.
うブルー
Only
ジェ
she
リア
was as reliable as Blue
何
Sphere.
してたらいい
I really like the song. Should really do some. Just get those tickets up. Before I end up overcapping, that would be bad. Now, where is that other game mode? Combatin? No. Supply? No. Pop, pop, pop. Summit events? Is it in here somewhere? Boundary push. There it is. Break has been unlocked. Please click to continue exploring. Okay. Claim is ready. Please begin the exploration. Okay. Okay. Commander, you may use the WASD keys or joystick to move around, explore the areas at your own pace and gather supplies. SWSD. Okay. Did not expect that. Be advised, Commander, detect an enemy unit that can be assassinated overhead. The explosives lying around, put them to good use. This is your first mission, Commander. The rock has marked out a relatively safe route for us. Let's head out, Commander. Okay. When unit is within range, click the attack button or Q on your keyboard to enter aim mode. When the enemy's unit HP is shown, click the confirm button on space. Okay. After an enemy unit is attacked, it will perform an alert range centered on the player's units with set units firing range as the radius. Enemy units within this alert range will have the detection range increased and begin to pursue other units whilst they're... Okay. Attacking explosives damage all units within the blast zone. Alright. Oh, whoops. I've set myself on fire. Wakum. Die. And he didn't even know. I'd light that box, but it'll set me on fire. Wah. Boom. Uh-huh. Alright. That's how I switch to... Okay, okay. Does Nemesis have a higher range or something? Ooh! She does. Spread of deadwood we can use to conceal a movement commander. Okay. And units cannot detect the presence while inside deadwood may safely move around. The picture shows detection. The narrower the detection range of enemy units, the faster the detection speed tends to be. Neat. Hi, Reki. How you doing? Okay. Better than a few hours ago? Did something happen? I could probably switch to Chronic for this. Swing. This gas just doesn't get it quite often. That sucks. Okay, so when you fail that, you go into normal mode. Alright. Interesting, but a little weird. Bang. Grab the snipe. Die. Bang. Kill him. You go and kill him. Pretty good. An interesting gameplay mechanic. Battle victory. So that just puts you into the normal combat mode. That's an interesting choice for sure. Trembler Titan. Attention Commander, boss units cannot be assassinated outright. Attacking boss unit will initiate a battle, okay? Shoot the cavalry's one. Attacking the boss will cause a battle to begin immediately, eliminating the. Alright. Okay. Doesn't really matter who started then, does it? Oh, boom. Ow. That was quite a rude interaction there. First things first, you, Nemesis, please kill him.
どいて
Oh, that, what? Oh, okay. Apparently I only need to kill... What? I apparently only need to kill the one guy to... It's been completed smoothly. Excellent command, okay. Alright. Well. Okay. I don't want to do that yet. I want to look around if there's some boxes here, but I think this one might be the last one. Open the big box. Yes. GFL Twin Stick game might go hard. It honestly kind of would. That is actually quite interesting. I knew of this game mode coming, but I wasn't sure when or how it would be. Weird. There is no special effects on these equipments. Weird. That is really weird. Please click the button to learn more. Okay. You can dispatch dolls to surveyed areas to perform crystal collection. These will allow you to collect electrocrystal and skip and other resources. Okay. By exploring areas and increasing the depth, you can unlock more crystal collection points. After unlocking all crystal collection points, you can obtain all the rewards in the breakthrough prize pool through crystal collection. Ooh. Sending out Cloak Guy. I see. The events of the breakthrough prize pool reset every week. You can obtain the rewards from it through crystal collection and exploring unsurveyed areas. Different depths yield different rewards. When breaking through a deeper depth, the rewards obtained will include a reward from shallow depths. Oh. So if you do the deepest box, you will get everything else as well. Is what I'm understanding, okay. Alright. Alright. I'm guessing that these are for like a shop, probably. Or what are these for? Electric crystals? Notes and strategies. I don't... What? Okay. Well, I'll check that out in my off-stream time. For now, however, I'm gonna end my stream. So, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I do find the story of GFL still very exciting and entertaining. Obviously, we are still in the setup phase and everything, but yeah, I'll make it even better for you. Thank you for the adverts. But eventually we'll get to Double headbutts. Actually, I think you might... No, actually, you timed it perfectly. Goddamn. I did just realize one thing, and that is, with the way that the story is written, there is a good chance that we will not have, like... there's a good chance we will not have, like, moments where, for example, we had a entire engagement in GFL 1 where there was an entire thing about Squad Defy slowly but surely running out of ammo, just, you know, not big special weapons, but just running out of armor-piercing bullets, running out of normal bullets, running out of grenades, just a prolonged engagement that will wear you down. And that was a very high point of tension at the time. So I don't know if we'll get that kind of story beat again. I kind of hope so. Because, like, the sci-fi element in this game is significantly more evolved than in GFL 1. I just hope it stays fairly grounded. I know we've kind of already left that with some of the units being... Or some of the enemies specifically being fairly whack. But for the most part, the thing that I always enjoyed the most about GFL 1 story was how, despite the fact that it was a sci-fi story, it was still fairly grounded. Plenty of stuck behind enemy lines potential in the story. Yes, but again, it's not just that. It's also the fact that you have, as I said, you've literally already had enemies that can fly and blow up the air by sucking in shit. In that case, we kind of being more like a frost mage than a sniper. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of thing. Like, I liked the groundedness of just gun to gun, bullet to bullets. This is not like we pull magic tricks out here doing stuff. It was a very standard story. Not standard, that's the wrong word. Now, the thing is that with our units, that's not really the problem, but a lot of the cutscenes have been very... over the top. I want stuff like the assault on Paldiski, where we had a grueling battle of material for the significant duration of that entire thing. That spanned, like, 2 events and a story chapter. Just Paldiski. That was sick. And it was written in a way where you felt helpless. But not helpless because the enemy is pulling some magic trick out of his ass that can do anything they want, but because there's a military force equipped with military-grade weapons outside the door, and all you have is your dolls. So I kind of hope that we kind of go in that direction rather than magic. Because that was the beauty of GFL. I still like the game quite a lot. The story is good. Really good. Like, the engagement with Mangi Security last event, chef's kiss. Great. Fucking loved it. Helicopter gun running down a line of Bradley IFVs. At least it looked like Bradley's. Sick as fuck. But other things, especially in early chapters, were a little bit like, I don't know. I want them to stay, like, further away from the Magic's stuff. Not a fan. Anyway, let me see what I can rate for today. Who is doing what now? Who is doing what today? Let me raid into someone. You know what? I'm going to go and raid Killith, who's currently playing Repo, because Repo is an incredibly funny game. I will still say that it's not scary in the slightest. I do not find a single thing in that scary. But man, is it funny! Unless. Is there anybody? that is currently going through this. Mm-hmm. Who are you? Actually, let me just quickly go into my OBS and mute a specific thing. That. And I think I might need to mute a second thing as well. Let me just mute that and see. So I can listen in. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna send you over there. I don't know this person. They're called Ampules. They are also currently playing Ghost Online. However, they're not in this event yet. Do not spoil them. They're playing through Chapter 7, according to their title. So, I'm gonna yeet you over there. And I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, by the way, I'll be playing Final Fantasy XIV because the new raid tier is out. And that will be a great time. Hopefully. Do have a good night. I hope to see you all again. And Ghost Online will be back next week. However, it won't be this. It will be Ghost Online 1. Because I've now gotten through all of the events. I didn't expect to finish the story in one stream. Glad I did, though. Actually, I can probably tap into here for the music. Aphelion. Because this music is sick. And, yeah. Basically was good. Webley going down the event she was introduced hit hard. Yeah. Told to be there at 1930. Correct. But yeah, Paldiski had plenty of things. The same goes for, by the way, the fireworks night. That engagement with those 3 pistols down in our base, as she's going out there with a fucking combat spade, ripping enemy soldiers to shreds after everybody else has died. Sick. Anyway, we're